Yep. Yes! It's Wednesday morning. What's up, you crazy motherfuckers? Thank you so much for joining us this early in the morning, or maybe it's the middle of the day, or late at night for you. We never know where you're listening to us around the world, because that's how we roll around the world here on the Schmodown Entertainment Network. Welcome to SEN Live. I'm sitting in for Christian Harloff. I am the outlaw, John Rocha. Very nice to see all of you, or hear all of y'all up in this piece. I can't do it alone. We got a lot of stuff we're going to cover today. Let's meet everybody who's joining us today. It's essentially the Monday crew, starting with Kate Mulligan. How are you, Kate?
I'm great. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just had pancakes brought to me.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Dickie.
I'll tie his shoes later, don't worry.
Oh!
Is that just for pancakes? Man.
Yes, girl. Bitch is hungry. Bitch is hungry.
You got to know how to get to them at that point. All right, RB3 down there. What's going on, my man?
How you doing? Happy to be here, y'all. Happy to be here.
Look at a new cut. I like the cut. It's looking good. Yeah, I know it's been a couple days, but I didn't get a compliment to you, so I'm complimenting you now. It looks good.
Thank you.
Brett Sheridan, cut your damn hair, you hippie. How's it going, man? How are things?
I don't know what to do. Do I reshave or do I grow it out again? I can't
Listen,
decide.
when quarantine's over, you gotta go full of front and flouse. You gotta do salad. You gotta do concerts. You gotta enter into Eurovision.
Yeah.
You gotta do it all, man. You just gotta do it all.
For all you old people, I want you to Crystal Gale it in the front, like having it all the way hanging down to your ankles and shit from the front.
Ooh.
Ben Goddard, how are you, bro?
I'm good. Now, Kate, what would you do for a waffle? That's my question.
Jesus, not why I'm drinking tea.
For all you kids, she was doing her Zumba.
I'll magic 8-ball while tying.
It is decidedly so. I do want to start on a personal note here this morning. She has started watching my stuff. Somehow my old ass mom has figured out technology and she started watching my stuff for the last few weeks. So, Mom, happy birthday. Today is her birthday. I'm not going to reveal her age. Out of respect for my mom, but happy birthday to my mom.
You're not going to reveal her age because then we know how old you are.
Yeah.
So we started her off with Kate doing a little bit of this.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice start to her.
Oh, no. My mom likes to work blue. She got no problem with that. She just does it in Spanish, so I respect it. But yeah, happy birthday, Mama. Feliz cumpleaños, mamacita. Te amo. And so much love to her, and I'll call her later. And, of course, it's great to have a girlfriend who understands how to send presents because I had not sent presents to my mom for like 5 or 6 years before I got with my girl who put it on the calendar. So we're sending her something nice. Anyway, There you go. So go and hug your mom or call your mom today just to remind her that you love her.
Is it some outlaw swag?
It's totally a signed hat. Yeah, that's how vain I am. A picture of me going...
And it's sign up for the Patreon today.
To see the rest of the picture,
yeah,
$10 a month.
It's like partially pixelated file.
$5. No matter how the day is going, I hope the crew is doing well. I want to thank this Schmodown community for being awesome. From meeting Christian Mark Ellis to John Rocha to Roxy and especially Josh McCouga. Thank you for being a light to my day.
Who was that?
That was Dashing Quinn.
Oh, respect Dashing
awesome.
Quinn. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's much love. We're going to get into a lot of things. We're going to get into some new stuff. A big news dropped yesterday, of course, with MULAN. We'll cover all that and everything we got going on. But what I want to remind you guys from the beginning, Streamlabs, Super Chats, Schmobot is on. Everything is there for you guys to use. Remember, the only way to keep us coming back every day, not just every week, every day, is for you all to keep donating and giving love to the show every day. We have the Schmobot on throughout the entire show. There you go.
Username donated $20. Yeah, and you don't stop. Cause it's 187 on an undercover cop.
Yes. It's 187 on an undercover cop. They'll know you're an undercover. You say 187
on an undercover cop. Hey.
That's right. That's right. Tell them RB3. That's right. But we are super happy that that we're all able to come back again, and you guys have made it all possible with your wonderful donations. So every day you donate at streamlabs.com/the with your questions, super chat, and the Schmobot, it helps tremendously. We are so thankful that you do so, and you have all been very creative with your donations for sure. So keep those coming, and keep some topics coming as well for the second hour of the show. All right, Mr. Goddard, please take us away.
So the big news yesterday afternoon dropped that Mulan is coming to Disney Plus for $29.99 one-time rental.
No, it isn't. Sorry, Ben. Christian said they wouldn't do that, so that's fake news. Sorry.
Brett,
Already early, taking the shots.
Brett shouting.
So I do want to start with that. I know like our lead topic
The
is
Flirtin fired. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's a good.
is if they're gonna do that for Black Widow. But what do you guys think about the Mulan? Like especially like Kate and Brett. Is this good for you guys? Is this bad for you guys?
Yeah, good question.
Because I mean that was like kind of the main argument. Like I saw, like I kind of made that, and then I talked with like Dan, and it's like, well, families are probably stretched pretty thin right now, you know, with budgets and stuff. Like, do they have an extra $30? So Brett, like, how do you feel about the $29.99 asking price plus the Disney Plus?
I mean, I would probably do it. I mean, it's again, that's less than all four of us going to a theater, and we haven't been spending money on going and seeing anything, and we rarely rent anything. There's so much out there that's on our streaming services that we get for free. I mean, just to see something new like that, I mean, I don't think it's horrible. For the single person, I think that's where it gets a little rough, and I think that's going to be most of the complaints is that if you're, you know, I don't know how they would do it, but if they could do something where it was, you know, priced by household, but anybody could cheat on that, so I guess you can't really do that.
They can't even do a census right. How are they going to do that?
Right.
Kate, thoughts?
Yeah, so I was actually on there's a preschool text chain with a bunch of my friends who all have their kids in the preschool.
Yes,
and
I love
the
preschool gossip.
Yes.
It's my favorite part of Casey.
God, believe me, I am 1 foot off this chain because we're not in preschool anymore. But anyway,
Spill the drink, girl. Yeah, go ahead.
So they actually two of these people are big comic book writers.
Oh, wow.
But they were the ones that broke this news on the chain. They're like, Mulan, one-time rental, September 4th, 30, and like then there was like one set of parents that are like, that's outrageous, and then the rest of us were like, I will pay $60 to put something new in front of my child that we can be excited about. I mean, it was like it's just and do we there's two questions. The question is, do you have the $30? No. Are you
Happy
desperate
birthday,
enough?
Mama Outlaw donated $20. Today
Thank you.
is also my son Christopher's birthday.
Hey.
Can I get a shout out for his big day? Has turned the
Absolutely.
Big 10.
Ooh.
Brett, sing him a song.
Yes.
Happy 10 years old, son.
Yeah.
Listen, Christopher, your body's going to go through some changes at 10 years. No, I'm just joking. Congratulations.
Double digits.
Happy
There you
birthday, Kate.
There you
Oh,
go.
hold hands. No, hold hands. No, hold.
Not all girls are icky. I just let you know, Christopher. That will change. Now that you're 10,
Yeah.
things start to change.
Or not all boys are icky.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Whatever you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or not all them.
Or them.
Not
Yeah,
all
right.
them
They're
are
not all.
icky.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry.
Welcome to
Apologize.
Woke SEN.
Don't you cancel me. Don't you cancel
me.
me.
Yet again. Woke Rocha. No, I'm kidding.
Wokeville. Wokesville.
Wokesville.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Yeah. I was just gonna say just to finish up my thought. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
RB3. There's two questions. One is, will you pay it? And the other question is, can you pay it? And to answer the first question, like, can I pay it? No, we're gonna find that $30 somewhere. It's not the best use of our money right now. But will we? Yeah, because we haven't been able to, like, we used to like go to Chuck E. Cheese. We used to like take them to to be able to be like, we're having an event. I'm making popcorn. You get to pick out a candy from the candy cabinet. There's a whole cabinet. I'm gonna make tickets. We're going to the movies.
Also, someone said in chat, I was trying to look for this. They said
Yeah.
that as long as you have Disney Plus, the rental stays there.
Yeah, it will stay on your Disney Plus, so it isn't
So
goes away.
you can watch
Yeah.
it for a long time.
Great.
Which is
Yeah,
why.
that's
So
much-
essentially, you're purchasing it as long as
it's
you
like a
keep the
Blu-ray.
Disney Plus.
Yeah. Which
Gotcha.
that I could rock with a lot more
Yeah.
than the renting it
Yeah.
for $20, because even people who are not movie people, whenever they see a $20 rental that's only like 24 hours, everybody's like, yo, this is insane, this is ridiculous.
Right,
Like, there's no
right.
way, because it's like, you know, it is less than what you'd pay in the theater, but at the same time, it's like you're used to paying for Blu-rays at that same price, so you're used to keeping
Right.
it. Now, if you have Disney Plus, it is like a double shoot. It's like $29.99 plus extra $6.99 every month.
Yep.
You want to keep it, so it is like in the long term more expensive. But like, you know, they really don't have any other like kind of release strategy. If they put it for free on Disney Plus, I'm sure Disney Plus subscriptions would drive through the roof. It would go
Oh, yeah.
from 60 million to $300 million just like that instantly. Yeah. That's how quick that would go. But how long would that sustain though? And that would be the real question. So who knows? I mean, I'd hope that they'd be able to figure out a way to work it out where maybe after a few weeks it goes to a lower price point, then eventually be free for people who can't afford to pay for it. But it is sad that we're not going to see it ultimately for the first time in theaters, though. That part to me is sad, but Disney needs to get it out. So
will you do it? Will you rent it, RB3?
I would not rent it if it's $29.99 to buy.
Yeah. To buy,
maybe,
that's what I mean. Like,
but even people, like, I told my mom's about the situation. She was like, "No, 29. That's ridiculous. That's too much." I told even the guy who does our thumbnails, Michael. He never says a word to us.
I know he
replied back. He was like, $29.99 is way too much. Everybody just kind of has a split opinion on it. It's kind of weird and fascinating.
I was talking to Jeff Jeff was on Outlaw Nation show last night, and he talked about it, and he said how he predicted that everyone was talking about how Disney Plus would cross 70 million subscribers. He's like, they would be lucky to get past 60 million. And they just barely inched over 60 million when it happened. And so what RB3 is talking about, if they had dropped Mulan for free on Disney, it had shot up to 70 days. You got to wonder what the business model here is, too. And if you read the Boris Kitt report in THR about how much Disney has lost, $3.5 billion in the last quarter. They are selling off movies now. That Woman in the Window one with Amy Adams, that's the reason it went to Netflix. So them dropping this thing is a way of kind of opening doors.
$20.
Tim!
For families like Brett's, Kate's, and Christian's, $30 is reasonable. For everyone else, that's expensive. Not surprised considering Disney's $4 billion quarterly loss or Bensodine.
Yeah, there you go.
Widow follows this, MCU stands could be pissed off.
I think, and as I was finishing my point, and you make a great point, Tim, as I said, like the amount of money they lost, they're trying to recoup it in some way possible. That's why the price point is so high. But attaching it to Disney Plus encourages people now to kind of subscribe maybe to Disney Plus so they can keep it at the $30 level. People like Kate or who may not have Disney Plus, like moms like Kate who might not have Disney Plus, maybe they'll subscribe or dads will subscribe and they'll keep it on there, just have something new because you don't know if Black Widow is coming. Because at some point, they've got to drop Black Widow. They've got all this stuff that's backed up right now that they can't get into motion, that they're waiting to launch Phase 5. So Widow at some point is on the horizon, even though they claim that it's not. It has to happen at some point. And please, I don't want to hear about the $30 thing. You motherfuckers will spend $30 on drinks one night. So don't give me this shit about I don't want to spend $30 on a movie. That's a mental thing in your head. You're like, no, I don't want to spend $30 on a movie. I'll spend $30 on a terrible meal or on drinks, or I'll go to Taco Bell three times in a month.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. You have.
For one, I wouldn't spend $30 on some useless meal. For two, if it's gonna be something good, I know it's gonna be good. But that's the thing. I don't know if Mulan's gonna be good.
You don't know if the meal's gonna be good. You don't know if the drinks are gonna be good.
No, but how do you know? But listen, John. Movies are the second cheapest form of entertainment. The first is music. Music is the most accessible. Music is the most accessible
on YouTube.
And secondly is movies. Right. Most people have access to movies. It's the most accessible thing. We have come to a culture where we expect things from streaming networks. We expect things from cable. We expect to pay a monthly fee that everything is free. So the fact that we have to pay extra for something that
but what's free, RB? Theaters, you're paying every month for nothing is free. You're paying every month for these streaming services to have access to these libraries. You're not getting shit for free.
People are expecting, if you have Disney Plus, to have some sort of exclusive level of access that you're not supposed to, that other people are not supposed to have, especially for the price that they have now. $6.99 is not a bad price. It's not a bad price point.
It's a good price point, yeah.
But I mean, I think people feel like if I'm going to pay $7.99 for this, why should I pay an extra $30 for this new release movie?
And I hear your point. Let's take your point. $6.99 though, that is way undervaluing what you're getting in Disney Plus. The amount of movies, the amount of animated series.
I think it's perfect value. I think
Criterion Collection movies on HBO Max that you're getting for $7.99. Like these are the thing, or $12.99, whatever it is. These price points are actually pretty low considering the amount of content that you have access to, international, national content that you have access to. So if someone comes along and goes, okay, we got to charge $30 because we got to make a little bit of money. It's business. And so as a consumer, you have a right to say, you know what, I get it. They're charging for their product. They know their product is good. This was supposed to be a theatrically released film. So I'll pay the $30 out of respect for the years of entertainment that I've gotten from Disney. So that's my point. I do hear the issue with the money and all that, but I think you spend money on the things you want to spend money on, and the things you don't want to spend money on is when you all of a sudden say, "Oh, it's too expensive. It's too expensive." Because we've all made, big purchases in our lives that we probably wouldn't have made 5 years beforehand because of necessity or need. That's
If you get a bad meal or a bad drink, though, you can send it back. Just FYI. So
There you go.
Now we know what kind of customer Brett is.
Good to go, Brett. Yeah.
Also,
There's nothing
I would
smarter than sending back food. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I would
spit it
also. I would like to say, for the record, part of the reason why I'm so mad about it is just because of the fat people in Wally.
I mean,
full circle.
I'm just saying.
They would pay $30.
I think the truth is, I hear what everybody's saying about this. I do have to say, I do think that. Well, there's a couple of things, right? One is that yes, I do think if we were not in a pandemic and they could have released this in a theater, they would have done that, right? Like, there's no reason why they wouldn't have. So, I'm willing to, like, we bought what was the Pixar movie that came out?
Onward.
We bought Onward immediately. Like, we set up a tent in our backyard. We did an outdoor movie, just
That's
me and
awesome.
Neil. It was sweet. Like,
That's sweet.
because anything to make us feel like we're in a different day is huge for us. So we did that. And I was happy to do that, and I owned it immediately. So again, I also understand the point. Like, I'm not going to rent something for $30.
Yeah.
You're saying I can buy it, and then it's on my Disney Plus, and then I can keep rewatching it if we really like it. Great. Like, I've bought DVDs before. I was like, oh, I've heard this movie was good. I'll buy. Like, so I hear all points on that. I think I'm curious to know. I don't imagine, like, to your point about subscribers jumping up. I can't imagine that Mulan's a bigger pull than Hamilton was, but maybe I'm not seeing something.
It's
I have to-
1,000% a
Yeah, I
bigger.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hamilton
yeah.
wasn't for children,
Right.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Mulan
think
has
Hamilton was
multi-generations.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like, we can't like all the adults are like, oh, we couldn't afford to see this on Broadway or wait in line, when it came here to Pantages or
Okay.
lived in, a flyover state that Hamilton was never gonna come to.
Right.
Right.
And so like, oh, it's on Disney Plus, hell yes. Now this, I don't know, like that's why like I feel like this will be successful. I'm excited to see how this goes down, and so I do kind of want to transition.
Yeah, okay.
To think, John, you touched on it a little bit. Do you think Black Widow is next? Like Mulan, this was gonna be, and that's the thing. Like they kind of even say, like, quote, CEO Bob Chapek, who is no longer CEO. I don't know what's going on with that. Quote, we're very pleased to bring Mulan to our consumer base that has been waiting for it for a long time. Mulan is a one-off. That said, we find it very interesting to be able to take a new offering to consumers at that $30 price and learn from it. And like, he goes on, but the fact that they're losing this possibly billion-dollar blockbuster as a litmus test, do you guys think, I mean, I guess the question kind of answers itself. Like, do you guys think that Black Widow, if this is successful, Black Widow is, going to come on Disney Plus around Christmas time?
That's a good question. But who, Bob Chapek, I think he is still, because Iger was there, and then it was Chapek who took over.
I
Chapek,
think he's like the financial CEO. Or
yeah,
like,
he's the direct-to-consumer kind of guy, so he's got a little bit of... So he's actually in the right position at this time for Disney because he is very aware of how to appeal to the home consumer with what they release there. Mulan is a smart trial balloon, I think, for them to see what they're going to do with Black Widow. I think they also want to see what happens with Tenet on September 18th, how people react to that, if people are going to be down to see it. It's going to be international, but it's also going to be in certain theaters around the country in better states or states that have handled their coronavirus better. So I think we're going to see what that response is going to be, and then they're going to make a decision about Christmas. But Christmas... I don't think Christmas is going to be like before, Ben. I mean, I don't think people are going to have like extra money to spend on gifts or whatever. There's unemployment. There's like, people are losing their jobs. People aren't coming back. Like there's a lot of uneasiness in the financial markets right now. And Christmas ain't going to be like, let's spend extra money. I think January or February will be our new December. I think if we turn the corner and things start to get a little bit better, I think that's when they'll start spending money. And that may be when what they're waiting for to see if Mulan will drop in January, February, rather, instead of waiting till Christmas. But That's certainly possible.
I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be having the Santa talk with their children this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to transition into this, Ben, but the Regal ad they showed.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Did you guys get a chance to watch
yeah,
it?
It's
it's
so
Is it
bad.
like that Disney World ad?
It's so bad.
It's as bad. It's
Yeah, it's
worse
Oh,
than that.
but the funny thing is, when they scan past a movie poster, it's Tenet.
Yeah.
That was the only one you see in the whole ad.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
just
to.
like.
Oh.
I do also wonder, like, everyone that's like screaming, like that they'll never pay this $30.
Yeah.
If this had been Black Widow,
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
first up, like I don't think like this, like, you know, maybe like the families wouldn't rent it as much, but I guarantee you people like in our business would be like, you know what? It's MCU. Like,
Yeah.
I have to do this because I got to make my YouTube videos. I got to make my Easter egg videos. I got to make my what if videos. Like, I wonder, you know, if this comes around, if that tone will change because of the movie.
Yeah. Ending explained videos.
Yeah.
Kate.
Yeah.
Listen, I was just gonna say I would not be surprised if there is still a big December release, only because kids are going back to school, even if it's virtual as it is in the state. And there is like a thing of like, you know, there's definitely a routine that's in place when you have to sign them on by 8 a.m. or whatever to do their 45-minute virtual lesson, then do their whatever. So getting around to Christmas again, like with holiday break, I should say, getting around those 2 weeks, like we're gonna have our kids in our houses again for and assuming that the country's still sort of shut down the way it is, and I'm not trying to read any crystal balls here though, but regardless of, like, I'll like drive Uber for a couple hours if I have 2 straight weeks of like not having any. I'll be like, yeah, no, I'll show them Black Widow. Like, I'll say, whatever, like, you know what I mean? I'll do whatever because I do still want there to be something that I can be like, oh, because I think right now, like, I'm in the rhythm of I have my kids 100% of the day, but once school starts again, I'm gonna probably forget this.
Right.
And I'm going to not need them. I'm not going to have to, 45 minutes of time or whatever, not have them. And I'm going to be desperate around the holidays to find something.
And the thing is, Disney, someone put a tweet out, and I thought it was great. It's like, it's amazing how many people who are not the target demographic for Mulan are saying they're not going to pay for Mulan. You are not who they're putting it out
Dude,
for.
listen, I'm the target demographic for Mulan. I'm telling you, like, I love Mulan. I love Mulan. No, I'm telling you, I love Mulan. Everybody from my generation loves Mulan. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out here who can't even get checks from unemployment, who can't even afford to pay their rent. How are you going to expect them to pay $6.99 on top of another $29.99 for Mulan when, you know, it is already kind of a depressing mind state to be kind of stuck in the house already. People are looking forward to going to the movies, which is why, I think, regardless, Regal's they're trying to open up. People are, regardless of how safe it is, people who are at this point of like a breaking point mentally are just ready to say F it and just go out regardless. Like, and I mean, that's literally the point where we're headed to. So if you ask those people will happily pay, $20 to go outside and get some fresh air and see a movie instead of being inside. I know that sounds kind of like
I was gonna say fresh air.
Going outside to go into a theater.
But I mean, at this point, that's
fresh
going.
air and then go right back inside in the dark room.
I mean, but at this point, that is going
a different
outside.
room, though.
But at that point, this point, that is going outside because that's all we really have access to. But people will go out there and will pay the price, and people are looking forward to seeing Mulan. So it's just hard. Fair. It's hard for people. It's just hard for people.
I get it. I'm not saying that that people who can't afford it shouldn't. I know there's legitimate reasons not to afford it. I was appealing more to the people who have expendable income who are complaining about the price point of it. Like that's the thing I found. I find disingenuous.
And the issue is too, it's like, okay, $30 is too much for some people, but also I can't buy a PlayStation 5 when it comes out. There's certain things that I want to get that I can't get. So I mean, these companies, they're restaurants, everybody, they're just trying to put Band-Aids on these bleeding. Oh yeah. The income they're losing right now. So I mean, I guess if they're throwing shit at the wall, they're like, hey, let's see if this works. So I mean, I think people getting upset of it is kind of, of course, Disney's a huge corporation, where, you know, not a local business, but, you know, go out, support your local businesses, maybe with your money if you don't have much to do, and then maybe watch the movie when it comes out in the theater and don't worry about the...
My other question, what do they attribute the losses at Disney to?
The theme
Mostly
parks.
The theme parks? Okay,
The
that's
theme
what I
parks.
was wondering.
Oh my God! I mean, the number when you read that article, the numbers of the number of money rather that are tied into these theme parks, it is astronomical. Which makes it even more. I don't know how you feel about this, Goddard, but it makes me even more angrier that they pay their workers dick to.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Me as a huge Disneyland fan, you know, annual pass holder, I fully am aware that Disney is so lucky that they have these parks as a face for their company.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't, they would literally be like, what's the RoboCop company, Rocha?
What do you mean? OCP, Omni or something like that?
Yeah, they would literally be OCP. They would literally be OCP with Ronnie Cox, like, and I'm going to be home in time for a bowl of cornflakes.
Rocha, didn't that feel good when you and Ben just worked together?
Oh my God. Look, I'd like to read you guys a poem I got last night. I don't know if I'm allowed to read it.
Yeah, you can read it.
It says, "Tell me what I have to do to get you on the den next year, and I will do it." A poem, ... by me. And I responded
Brett,
back.
that's so weird you sent that to him, Brett.
Right.
It was a visual poem. It was just all, he was reading it exactly. It was just one word at a time.
It was brilliant.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, Rocha, the swag squad, drip. We always...
Look, guys, I just lost. Why do you want me? I'm damaged goods. Please, go get Ethan.
Damaged guts.
I'm damaged goods. I feel good about myself.
Damaged gods.
Nobody loves me. I'm not paying $30 for Mulan. And
Those people, you can laugh at.
that's ridiculous. I hope I get a screening of it, so I don't have to pay for it. But you never know.
I felt, man,
so much like
people like Wendy, like a lot of people already saw it in theaters.
I know,
yeah, Wendy saw it.
They saw that that premiere, that red carpet premiere, and they got to skate.
All right, let's move on. What do we got next?
Brett,
actually, yeah. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Brett.
Oh, what?
Do you have a thing?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said, so I wasn't ready. Oh,
let's go, Brett.
So Disney opening theater.
Go.
Speaking of buttholes, for all of you people out there with buttholes, this ad is for you. It's hard to believe that we go to the bathroom in this company and country, and most of us wipe instead of wash. For years, bidets have been available, but we're hideously expensive and cost thousands of dollars. The Hello Tushy modern bidet attachment is here to democratize the blessings bestowed by bidets. That's a tough one. And offer clean buttholes to everyone. Hello Tushy cleans your butt with a precise stream of fresh water for just $79. It attaches to your existing toilet, requires no electricity or additional plumbing, and cuts toilet paper use by 80%. So the Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in just a few months. Because with Hello Tushy, you don't have to wipe at all. Even the best 2-ply just can't cut it when it comes to hands-free poop experience. Ditch paper products and uncomfortable chafing when you switch to the soothing, cleansing stream of water from the Hello Tushy bidet attachment. And every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Try shooting some water up your butthole for 60 days and decide if you like it or not. Join the millions of the happy Hello Tushy customers right now who have clean butts with every wash. So here it is, and I'm going to get this right this time. Go to hellotushy.com/SEN live to get 10% off. The special offer is for their listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/SEN live for 10% off. hellotushy.com/SEN live. So you use water to clean your body. Time to use it on your butt.
Kyle Fornadore donated $20. I have not read the full report on Mulan yet, but I just want to go back to the movie theater, and as much as I hate wearing mask, I would wear a mask to do it, because when the Regal opens near me, they will have that as a requirement.
Yeah.
Mike
Are they gonna-
donated $20. It's
Thank
so
you.
easy to hate on Disney, and I get that, but when you consider they put up Artemis Fowl for free, I think charging $30 for Mulan shows they have more faith in it than they did Artemis Fowl.
Oh
They
yeah.
should have paid me to watch Artemis Fowl. Let's be honest real quick. I'm not giving Disney shit for credit for putting that fucking piece of dog crap up for free. Like,
True.
now granted, it was fun to watch along with my patrons because it was a goddamn train wreck. But Jesus, I'm not giving Disney credit for putting that up for free.
You did get paid to watch it then.
Yeah, apparently. I did.
Well said, Kate. Well said.
All right, moving on. We've got another biopic news. Whitney Houston biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody, is greenlit for a 2022 release around Thanksgiving. We'll see if that holds. Oscar-nominated scribe Anthony McCartan, Darkest Hour, Bohemian Rhapsody, will pin and produce the project. And Stella Meggy, The Photograph, The Weeknd, is directing. But they do say, unlike Bohemian, the film won't ignore Whitney's sad end, even as her large legacy will be the predominant focus. And the Whitney Houston estate, Primary Wave, and Grammy-winning music producer and Houston's mentor, Clive Davis, are all on board. Quote, a joyous, emotional, and heartbreaking celebration of the life and music of the greatest female R&B vocalist of all time, tracking her journey from obscurity to musical stardom.
What?
While being very frank about the price that superstardom exacted, it will be both the rich and complex saga of the search for the perfect marriage between song and singer and audience, and at the same time, the moving tale of the simple Jersey girl trying to find her way back home.
HelloTushy.com. All right.
All right. So, how do we feel about this? And with the Bohemian screenwriter on there, but they specifically went out of their way to say they weren't going to do what they did with Freddie Mercury. Is it going to be PG-13? Is it just going to be a greatest hits of a biopic? Like, hey, this is when she made I Want to Dance with Somebody. This is when she made The Bodyguard. Like, or do we want to get down and like real gritty with what happened with Whitney? Because she had a tough end.
Well, I think they unlike white celebrities like Freddie Mercury or whatever. They like to go unscathed with black celebrities and black people. So they'll probably go full unleashed. They'll probably show her doing coke like every 5
No
seconds.
way. You think so?
I know they will. They do that
but
for
but the
all.
Houston family's involved, RB. You think they'll let them do that?
The article did say didn't it say that it would touch on some of the tragic, that it wouldn't be completely,
Yeah, but I mean, you could. I'm sure, like you could kind of say that for Bohemian Rhapsody too. Like they showed him, looking at a truck stop guy, and that I'm sure like that was bad.
It was
happened here?
PG-13 too. It was PG-13.
It was.
I think they're probably going to make this a hard R. Again, they like to show. They just go a little harder for black celebrities, which whatever is. I personally think it's just media programming or whatever. But I think that's what the Whitney Houston film. Hopefully, it does shine a huge light. Brighter on her legacy, right? On her music. Right. The Bodyguard being the highest selling movie soundtrack to this day. The multiple Grammys, the multiple songs, like all the amazing performances. I mean, Whitney Houston is one of the greatest singers / celebrities we've ever had. And then such a tragic like real life story with Bobby Brown and like all of these like really messed up things, and then even like to her like passing, and then her daughter like dying a couple years afterwards, like in an identical way. So there's a lot you could touch on with her story that's very tragic, very personal, but also very inspiring and very groundbreaking too. So I'm looking forward to seeing whatever they do. I'm looking forward to who they're gonna cast.
Yeah, who would you guys want to cast? Because
I can't even begin.
I feel like I keep comparing this to Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not a big fan of that movie, but they did lip sync in that movie because you can't emulate Freddie's voice.
Yeah,
and I don't think you can do that with Whitney. I don't like Jennifer Hudson is doing Aretha Franklin, and I think that's perfect. But outside of that, I can't imagine someone being able to do what Whitney did.
But yeah, go ahead, Brett.
I was gonna say Scarlett Johansson, maybe she does.
Oh yeah. Julie Roberts.
I didn't see Bo Rap, as the kids say, and I didn't see the
No, they don't.
No
They
kids
don't.
say that.
No,
No kids.
No,
say
no, they don't. No,
the
they don't.
Elton John one. But I thought they
The
were
Arm Man?
did they go a little harder on Elton John than they did
Rocket
on?
Man was
Yes.
rated R.
Yeah.
And there was drug use and stuff like that.
Drug
so
use
I,
and s- yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't
Was
have
Rocket Man
a
rated
and-
R?
It was.
Rocket
I
Man
thought
should
it was
have.
PG-13.
Nope.
I don't know.
I mean, he pulled out of it. So I mean, it's tougher when when there's a sad end to it. I think you can go hard and show that somebody did a lot of drugs and had a rough life. But then if it has a happy ending, I
And
think
had a
with
husband that beat the shit out of her.
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
this is where I think we're gonna have problems. Because look, I love the idea of showing this story. Because Whitney was incredible. I don't know if I agree with the press release 100%. I think Aretha is still the greatest R&B singer ever. But like that, the imprint that she left on multiple generations and for multiple decades is undeniable. And casting her is going to be near impossible.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson looks nothing like Aretha Franklin. She's just a great singer, so they're going to do that comparison. And it's like Hopkins playing Nixon. If you squint hard enough, maybe you'll buy it. But it's more about the overall essence that she's capturing of her as an actress. But with Whitney, this is difficult, and I think Bobby is going to sue the shit out of this company all the way down the road because he doesn't want to be seen as the person who is to blame for the situation with Whitney. And you know that that's going to come up. I mean, it came up all through that documentary. You don't think he's going to sue the shit out of them?
I don't know, because they put out the New Edition story on BET, and they showed a lot of Bobby Brown's dark history in that miniseries. And he not only embraced it, he did whole tours with that miniseries and like the crew from that miniseries.
Okay.
Like revival tours with the so he was openly involved with it, and it still showed the dark sides of him. He was the first like reality star, by the way, too. Like people don't remember that. But Bobby and Whitney were literally the first like reality stars. So like he's probably very open to showing his past. I wouldn't worry about that necessarily. I would worry more about, like you said,
he can make a profit off it. Like,
Oh,
do you think he'll be able to make a profit off this movie? That's the thing. Like, he toured with this movie because they were paying him. Like, I don't think they're gonna pay him for a Whitney biopic because that would send all the wrong messages.
Yeah, and you wonder about Sissy Houston, her mom. How much is she going to protect the legacy of her daughter?
Yeah, that's what I worry about more.
Yeah, those are the things you have to, Dionne Warwick. I think Dionne Warwick is still with us. I think she's her aunt. So is she going to be involved, kind of protecting her daughter as well? So who knows? Because that's the thing that killed me about Bohemian. It was a fun movie. It in no way was a biopic of this man's actual experience, but it was a fun movie.
Terribly edited.
Right, completely edited, but that's why I enjoy Rocket Man more. But I like to see the flaws and the scars and the bumps and all of that, because that's what makes human beings relatable. Even the most successful go through the same things. Kate?
I have no interest in seeing a Whitney biopic if they do not touch on the fact. No, if they do not touch on the fact that she was abused by her husband.
Yeah,
I have no interest in that. And I don't need to see him doing it, but that is 100% part of the story. And I think it's so important for young women to see, because I think that is actually part of her legacy. I think Rihanna too. I think Rihanna has been so important for young women who are in abusive relationships. To get out. Like it's.
Yeah. So by the way, I wouldn't mind seeing Rihanna play Whitney Houston. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Ooh.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
RB3.
What?
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
No, that's nice.
I'm partial to one of the characters on the Axiom playing her.
On the Axiom?
That's the ship in the pics in you're talking about. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
You gotta make fun of yourself, guys. You just every once in a while gotta make fun of yourself.
You can tell no one on the Axiom was doing any cocaine. Let's be honest here.
They're like,
too far away.
Order your cup of cocaine.
No, the robot that was cleaning up everything, that one was on cocaine.
Yes, it was.
I looked so hard. That was my son's favorite. He's like, foreign contaminant. That's his favorite. He spent days going around our house saying foreign contaminant.
Oh my God.
Modal. I got him a Modal. Finally found one. Anyway.
Wow. All right.
Donated $20. Not sure if my Streamlab got missed on backstage yesterday. Power was out for several hours in Vermont due to the hurricane. Rocha, you are my favorite Shmeo Down player ever.
Thank you.
Please never
Shmeo Down.
retire.
I like it.
What playlist do you use during your matches? Hi, Brett.
Hello.
It's all the soundtrack from WALL-E. It's the entire soundtrack.
Yes.
It gets me going.
Yes.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Ah!
Wait, I'm gonna go one better on RB. What about Zendaya, bro? Or
No,
Zendaya?
no,
You don't
no,
think so?
No.
What?
No. They can't. Y'all can't keep putting Zendaya as like all the black parts. Like she's not.
Why
even
not?
dark enough
Chadwick
to play
Boseman.
Whitney. She's not even
Chadwick
dark enough
Boseman likes to
Whitney.
play every
Okay,
history character.
Chadwick Boseman is a good actor. I mean, Zendaya's a good actor too. Zendaya's great too. Zendaya's great too. Zendaya's great too. Zendaya's great too. But she can't be everything. Now somebody in the chat said Renee Ellis Goldberry from Hamilton. Absolutely
Yes.
perfect. Absolutely
Yes.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
That person's
perfect.
a genius.
Yeah,
Yes,
that-
that person.
That's the
That
perfect
person.
casting.
Because she
That's
can
a good
also.
choice.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. She could also do it. She
That's
could
a good
actually
choice.
sing.
And Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Him as Bobby Brown? Nah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
That's
there
what
we
I'm
go.
talking about.
You could reunite her with Leslie Odom. Have Leslie Odom play Bobby. That's totally.
Oh.
They should have Chris Brown play Bobby. Is what they should.
I don't know about giving Chris Brown
I
a
don't
check.
need a method actor, and I don't need him getting paid for fucking ever again.
Saying they should.
You mean
make
I get to
him
beat
sit
this
in that
woman
shame.
and you pay me?
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm
Yeah.
not actually beating her, right? Because I already did that.
Oh,
You don't enjoy
God.
that too much. I don't know about that.
That's
No.
tough to watch though when you watch those movies. When that's like, what's love got to do with it? That scene in the recording studio near the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that is a tough
I don't-
thing to watch.
By the way, I don't know if I actually need to see them, but I do need to see that she has been harmed. You know what I mean? I need to see the black eye. I need to see that there's that
Yeah.
thing that happens. You know.
We should get Maya Rudolph to do it like she did on SNL. She was the best Whitney on SNL.
Oh.
Bobby? Bobby B?
Hey,
Anyway, all right.
I like that. I like that.
Bobby,
Bobby B?
Okay, so you
I need to
guys-
take a bubble bath.
Yeah.
All right.
such a huge goofball, but she's made such a career out of it, and I love
she's the best.
she's so good. I love Maya Rudolph so much.
Yeah, Maya's the best. Oh my
She's
god.
truly, I think, might be my favorite female comedian. Honestly.
Wow. Strong statement.
And it's
Right,
she's
currently.
one of those people that can get away with like you just only see Maya Rudolph, but like you just don't care.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah. What do you got? Go ahead.
She is also in one of my favorite movies of all time. She's just a beautiful actress. But Away We Go. Did you guys like
yeah.
that movie?
Is that the
I
John
loved that
Krasinski
movie.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
loved her
Yeah.
in that movie so much. She's pregnant in it. God, I love her.
Danny
I love her,
Boyle.
love her,
Danny
love her.
Boyle did that one, right? Or no?
Is that what it was?
It wasn't Danny Boyle.
It's got an incredible soundtrack. I remember
does.
that's like one of those movies
does.
that like I was in a special part of my life, and I just
Why couldn't
really.
that have been my 5-pointer? That would have been nice. Hey guys, we are super happy that the crew
Sam
is
Mendes.
able to
Sam
be back.
Mendes.
Sam Mendes, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Just would let you know that we are super happy that the crew is able to be back again, and you have all made it so wonderful with your donations every day when you donate at streamlabs.com/the Schmodown with your questions, super chat, and especially the Schmobot. Start sending those in some more. It helps tremendously, and we are so thankful you do. And you all have been incredibly creative with those donations. So keep them coming. The Streamlabs super chats and the Schmobots interrupt the hell out of us as we go into all of this stuff. All right, what is
Yes.
next?
And on Friday, we have our next big pay-per-view event. Headlining, we've got Chandru, the Chosen One, playing the Inner Geekdom champion, one of the most dominant players of all Schmodown history, Kevin the Smasher Smets. That is the headliner. The undercard is the Pride versus Final Exam. 2-2-0 teams. The winner of that will play Shazam. Two amazing matches. If you guys were there for the first for last week's match, you guys got two amazing like barn burner matches that both came down to 5 pointers. One even went into overtime. So I promise both these matches are going to be amazing. So for the $10 patrons, you guys already have them. The link will be sent to you. And then if you just want to get this match, if you're just an Inner Geekdom person, $5, $4.99 for a pay-per-view. And I promise the one-time purchase is worth it. But also being that $10 patron, just this month alone, you are getting $10, like way more than $10 worth. It's insane what you're getting in August alone, because this week you have this Inner Geekdom Finals and the undercard with the teams match. Next week you're getting Dan versus Ethan part 2, and I
Son
think,
of a bitch. Yeah.
Shazam versus the winner of this match, and then the following week I believe is just on YouTube. It's the Jericho match. So like, just there's so much happening this month, guys. So make sure you guys go check out patreon.com/schmodown or $4.99 for the one-time pay-per-view for this Friday.
And we take on Corruption this month as well. The Founding Fathers
that's
do
right.
near the end of the
That's
month.
right.
So
God,
it's all happening.
And so if that matches this month, then Who's the Boss is playing whoever comes out of this mini teams tournament as well to play the winner of Corruption Founding Fathers. So, ooh,
Get ready. Get ready. Anyway, all right, let's go.
John is not okay over there. All right, so did you guys get a chance? So I didn't get a chance.
No.
Brett, it seemed like you watched the Regal Return to Theaters video. How propaganda-ish is it?
Well, the VO for it is that's voiceover for you people.
Whoa.
The kids call it.
Whoa, the technical terms
But
over
Rocha, you
here.
saw it too, right?
Yeah, I did. Oh my
Would you
God.
agree the voiceover immediately was like cringe and just kind of
This is what happened when you. This is what happens when you hire non-union actors. This is the kind of performances you're going to get. It's horrific voiceover.
Wow, just
And the
shady.
fact
the
Look at
entire
him.
non-union.
and the
Half of
fact.
North Hollywood just held their breath.
Yeah, as well they should. As well they should. Get some training.
Clutched their pearls.
This is what happens when you hire non-union actors. I know. It was terrible voiceover. So that guy must be related to someone really high up in the Regal cinema because there is no reason you can. And then he shows up on the screen near the end of the promo, and you're like, "Wow, that is exactly the face I saw from this voice." And it's even worse. It is such a terrible promo. That sounds like they recorded it in his closet, and it's just like, well, I don't understand how you're the number 2 chain in this country, and this is the promo you come out with. It's horrific.
Well,
He's got a
probably, John, because he did record it in his closet because nobody that's on the CEO board or anything like that or works for the company would go into a room with a bunch of people, but they want to open up a place where a bunch of people go into a place.
Yeah.
The other
point.
issue is that, it's like all patrons will have to wear a mask in all times unless they're eating popcorn or drinking. It's like, okay, so you are removing your mask in the theater at some point, and usually, when you're eating and drinking, that's when you do cough sometimes. You get a little tickle in your throat. So, I don't know.
Yeah, popcorn? Absolutely.
Everybody will turn around at you and look at you. No, it was weird. It was. I'm sure somebody is going to make a creepy video like they did with the Disney promo with this one, and just keep the same
what was your
voiceover.
favorite? Was it The Shining? Was it The Shining one?
Yes.
Because that was
God.
so good about Disney World. Like,
Yeah.
whoever edited that, I don't even know how much they did. 'Cause
Yeah.
that Disney promo on its own
I
was
think
like,
they literally just had the same promo and just changed the music. Like, no editing.
so
changes.
funny. Because I remember someone did that for Amazon. They put the Winter Soldier theme to the Amazon Prime
Yeah.
commercial,
Yeah.
and it was perfect.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I mean, I've been following this Regal thing closely because I'm just interested in seeing when theaters open,
Yeah.
And they've been pushing hard for this end of August thing. This video is just another indication of it. I don't know what the state regulations are. I know Los Angeles County is on some watch list that we can't open things right now. So I don't know. I know LA is a big part of the consumer market, so I don't know if they're just gonna not open in LA. Regal's not as big of a part as in LA as AMC is. AMC is definitely a way bigger presence in LA than Regal is. But Regal's a big part in other parts of the country, right? In Middle America potentially. So they'll probably see a much bigger reopening happening there. Which to me personally, if I'm cool with other states opening theaters before California's opening, personally, just let them do it. If it's safe in other places, if it's safe in Missouri, where there's maybe 400 cases or something like that. Sure, but let them open where it's safe.
Don't open anything. YouTubers and influencers have proved that we can't have nice things in this city, so don't do it.
I was gonna say this is sort of pertinent to this. So my family's all in the Midwest, in the Chicago suburbs, and so Illinois at the beginning of the summer got themselves down, especially the Chicagoland area, got themselves down to less than 2% of the population. It was great. So they went into phase 4, which was of reopening, and baseball was happening all summer, and things are open, and restaurant, blah blah blah. They're now climbing skyrocketing, and this week both my aunt and my uncle were diagnosed with COVID-19.
Oh no!
And my aunt had just had a party for my cousin's wife, who is pregnant, and my parents had attended, and my sister had attended, and my parents, thankfully, because my father is high risk because of his cancer, it came back negative because my parents were wearing a mask the entire party. So we are lucky in that regard. But I was going to say, I would not be surprised if places like Chicago, like we were counting on Chicago being a place like, it's safe right now, but it's going up there. And you know, I think it's just showing that when reopenings happen, if they don't happen in the right way. Israel's another place. Dov, our friend Dov Almag, you know, they did so well. They had it all contained, and then they just opened, and now the case is totally spiked there again.
Wow.
So you know, I think there is a way to reopen. But I think it's gonna be a very altered existence, and I don't think people want an altered existence in reopening. But you know, if the policy is no more than 50 people in a gathering, in an indoor gathering, then you know, then I don't know how movie theaters work.
They're gonna start putting people in jail. That's what I think.
You think so?
Erect these jails and put them in. Hey, you didn't wear a mask, jail. You're not wearing a mask, jail. You're not wearing a mask, jail. Look, that's my third world. Listen, that's my third world Latino South American sensibilities coming out.
I was gonna say, did you? That reminds me of Parks and Rec when Fred Armisen is like the foreign dignitary to that South American country. He's like, "You go through jail for littering. Drive too slow, jail. Drive too fast, jail."
It's true. It's within the Latino community deep, man. It is. Violate, jail. It's a punishment. Jail. Consequence.
That poor gentleman in Nogales that was just escorting us to a strip club got picked up by federales and shipped away. I was like, he was our concierge, sir. He was our concierge to, you know, find us coca and strippers and Valium. And
where are you going? Why are you taking him? Bring him back here. Oh, that's a shame. Oh man.
But somebody stepped in immediately and then got us to the strip club. I want you. There was a happy ending to the story. There was another concierge that stepped
America rules.
Senor Gringo, hold on a second. I tell you where you're going.
I was really sure that you were going to say someone stepped in and stopped him from being arrested.
No. But I'm sure this happens. I mean, if you've ever gone across the border, this is kind of a thing. Somebody comes and gloms onto you and wants to show you around, and they get paid by the strip clubs. That I didn't go to any. I mean, I stood outside where my friends went in and did that stuff. Anyway, so Kate, reopening.
I would be surprised. I think what RB3 was saying about Regal, especially being concentrated in the Midwest, is correct, and I think we might see that even gets pushed as the cases in the Midwest rise with the sort of you know, haphazard reopenings.
People are just too desperate to come back, man. I know RB3 mentioned it earlier in the show, like people are at their breaking points. I totally get it. But, you know,
I don't think, and that's what I don't think people understand. We are all desperate. We're all wanting to do things, and just because you want to doesn't make it right. And I think that's what happens is people find these breaking points, but they don't go, no, stay safe, stay safe, and they're just like, well, fuck it. And again, that's why in America we can't have nice things, because people have huge fucking parties in the Hollywood Hills or whatever. You know, it's like, come on, man.
And it's also just like, and I realize, you know, we have to take responsibility for what we're doing, but like the higher ups are at this like hurry up and wait type thing this whole time where, you know, hey, like, you know, there was that great meme that was going around. It's like, hey, remember in the middle of Contagion when Matt Damon went to a bar? It's like, no. Like, also, things didn't reopen, though. Like, maybe if in the middle, Jude Law was like, yeah, the bars are open, guys, for 2 weeks. Have fun. And then suddenly, like, whoa.
Yeah.
We said the bars were open. We didn't know you guys were going to go to them. Like, and so it's just like the message has been so unclear from the top.
Yeah.
And so, you know, posting on Instagram and stuff like that, like you know, the people themselves were trying to do our best, but when literally anybody can point to one leader and say he's not doing it, like that, then that's it. Like,
I think this is. I've said this before on other shows, but I think this was a big missed marketing opportunity for Trump. He should just Make America Great Again.
Dude,
mask.
he blew it.
You're right. It would have just blown out the water.
Absolutely.
This thing would have been fixed instantly, and he would have got reelected probably.
I mean, like, we're not going to get too political, but you're absolutely right. If he had played this right, he'd have won in a landslide, absolute landslide. If he had said, "No, we're going to put masks, we're going to shut down for a little while, and it's going to go away, and then we'll be fine." Yeah. But the fact that he mealy-mouthed the whole way through it, whiffle-waffle. Have you seen that video, the new video they got out there where he's handing the paper to himself based on that interview with Jonathan Swan? It is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. It's about 2 minutes of Trump going, "You got to look at the chart," and the other Trump's like, "No, you're looking at it incorrectly," and the other Trump's like, "No, America's last." He's, "No, first this way." I was like losing my mind watching that video.
If he would have required everybody to wear a MAGA mask, I would have worn one. I don't give a shit. Like, if it was a requirement for everybody, sure, I would have thrown it on. I may have taken a Sharpie to some of it, but, I would have.
But anyway, we got to deal with what it is now. Yeah, go ahead, Kate.
Also, did anyone else hear him say Yosemite?
Yeah.
Listen, nobody's ever heard that word before.
You haven't heard that? Oh,
no,
Ben Goddard.
He said Yosemitic. It was like, nope, you're thinking of anti-Semitic, which is what you are. That's different, sir. Yosemite. Yeah.
Yosemite this month on ABC. All right, anyway,
Yosemite.
Oh, no good.
Oh, the world's going to hell in a handbasket.
You laugh, damn it. We're here to make it laugh.
I'm a Hotep. Which one do you want?
Oh, people got out and were stupid, and now my kids can't go to a physical classroom.
You know what's even funnier? You know what makes me angrier, Brett, is that Orange County is open. And Orange County motherfuckers are not wearing masks to save their lives, literally. And their shit is open, but LA County is not open for stuff. It frustrates the piss out of me, man. I got to drive down there to get a haircut. To the OC. I don't want to go into the OC. I'm against Corona just crossing the borderline. Fuck.
It's weird. They can't even cut your hair without you wearing a mask. So you literally have to get a haircut with the mask on. You know what I mean?
And it's outdoors. It has to be an outdoor haircut, too. So all these people are wheeling out their barber chairs onto the sidewalk. It is crazy.
Yeah, all the outdoor dining now. Have you been seeing that? Like, I saw IHOP had like tents outside in the parking lot. I'm like, yo, what kind of society is this? Like,
it looks like it looks like you're on a film shoot.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Do we have any? Are we get through the news, or should we jump into Streamlabs? What are we doing here? Man?
We got one more.
Yeah, Rocky Four.
Rocky 4. Got to talk.
No. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids now, Kate. You missed the.
Yeah, it's okay.
Kate. My bad.
Who's the Boss is getting a revival series from Sony Pictures Television.
It's over.
Not only that, Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano are on board.
What? They were available? No. Stop it, Ben. No.
Those people, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I didn't actually know if Tony Danza was still alive. He is.
Scam.
He is.
Yes. Okay.
I'm still alive. Oh, yeah.
I gotta look him up.
Well, I fumbled with the football. I wanted to have an opportunity to put this Who's the Boss picture with Mark Riley and Ben Bateman up. I fumbled in it.
A revival? They're already getting rid of Riley and Bateman and putting in a new one.
That's what I meant to do.
It ran for 8 seasons, 196 episodes. New show will take place 3 decades later. Yes. And later, I would love if they just pretended that it was like the next week of the show. Just like 30 years older.
Loco 81 donated $20. My wife works in the event industry, and Kanye West had a 50-people party that turned into 300 people.
Fucker.
They even asked the staff not to wear masks. They all refused and kept their masks on.
Good for them.
Yeah, good. Good.
Irresponsible.
Tony Danza has been acting for quite some time, Kay. The Good Cop in 2018. There's Johnny in 2017. If you remember, he was the dad and Don John of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Okay.
and you recently did-
2011 though.
2013.
2013.
Nice try. Movie release dates. Nice try.
I saw that in theater. I saw it twice in theaters.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's a great film.
Wow. Did you go one time with a date and then one time by yourself? It's a
Actually,
sexy film.
one time on a
RB.
blind date. One time on a blind date, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw a movie about porn edition on a
Yeah,
blind
sure.
date.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean,
Oh, you didn't see the
the other
trailer?
option was Insidious 3, so I was like, I'm gonna go down John here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I really went.
That's brilliant. Oh, Mona. Oh, Angela. Oh, Catherine.
Yeah.
Mona passed away.
Mona did pass, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
star. Yeah.
like,
yeah.
I never watched this series because it was 5 when it ended.
You were 5.
I was 5.
Yeah,
I was 5 when it
Bragger.
ended. So are you guys looking forward to this, Brett or Rocha?
I don't know if I want to see Angela and Tony again.
I love I gotta tell you, Judith Light is one of my. I just love her.
She's still working.
She's still she works and she works. She when Broadway was still open, she just every single season was on in a Broadway show.
Right.
But yeah, I have no. I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see what new shows come out.
And Ben, didn't it say that Judith Light and then the one that played the son, I can't think of his name right now. They're up for being in it, but they're not.
Yeah, have given their support, and the hope is to find a way to work them and their characters into the show. Sadly, Katherine Hellman, who played Mona, won't return as she passed away just last year.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
Yeah, Katherine Hellman was great. I don't know. Would I want to see this? I don't think I would want to see this. But I mean, I don't know. I wasn't a Full House person. Other people run back and they've been enjoying that series, and they, Aunt Becky is taking care of her mom right now, or her dad, whatever bullshit they came up with to protect her. But like this situation with Who's the Boss, though, this was actually a damn good show. One of the best 80s theme songs for a TV show as well. And Alyssa Milano, I mean, look, she's still relevant in interesting ways because obviously she's politically active, but also the name of the ship in Guardians of the Galaxy is the Milano. And so it's like, in some strange way, she stayed in the pop culture like zeitgeist, even though she doesn't have necessarily a series that's been going on and anything like this. So her and Danza, certainly consummate professionals, so their chemistry will work. She's a single mom, according to the premise. So, the dad coming in as kind of a grandfather, Tony Danza's grandfather, kind of crazy, stepping in, doing things. It still would work.
The granddad.
Oh, Angela. What are your kids' names? Oh.
Yo, I gotta say, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kate.
No, you.
I just wanted to do a quick shout out to the old Schmoes Know episodes where he used to have Adam Ray on, and he used to do the Tony Danza impression, and Christian did the Arnold, and then Mark Ellis did the Alf. Like some of the greatest people. Go look that up. Go look up Arnold, Alf, and Tony Danza Schmoes Know, and it'll come up. It'll come up immediately. Some of the best impressions you'll ever listen to.
Wow. Yeah.
I was gonna say, little known fact, Rocha. The ship in the Guardians of the Galaxy being called the Milano was actually after the Pepperidge Farm cookie.
Oh.
Really? You waited 20 minutes to do that one?
No, I'm saying, look it up.
It's not. It's named after Alyssa Milano.
I'm just saying, it could have been.
I was considering her for manager. Let's just write that off. Let's check that off. Right. All right,
wait. Kate might be right. Kate might be right.
She's not right.
I was going to bring up Charmed as relevant because I'm old and I didn't realize that show ended 20 years ago or something. But
yeah. That's funny.
I'm just letting all of y'all just bathe in this.
Yeah. Yo, Semi. Anyway, all right, let's move on. What's our next thing?
Have fun yelling that. That's it for news today. So I'm gonna head over to Streamlabs, guys. Guys, keep sending in your Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/theshmowdown. Send your Schmobots as well. And like the video, we got 600 people in here right now.
Or donated $20.
Thank you.
Jay.
Is it weird that I really want to see Mulan even though I never saw the animated version?
No,
Have
not
any
at
one
all.
of you on the panel seen one of the live-action versions first before animated?
No. I haven't actually watched any of the live action.
This would be the first time. I have not seen Mulan.
Oh, you haven't seen Mulan?
No.
You should watch Mulan.
I've heard. I've heard.
Jungle Book. I just did not have any interest in seeing that as an animated film, and then I saw the live action and loved it. So I never need to see the animated film, in my opinion.
I mean, you should see it if you want.
Respectful.
Watch you lose to a Jungle Book question. I'm waiting for it.
RB3. Don't you tell me what I can watch and what I can't watch.
Oh, is it not on
What's the name of
Criterion?
the song that the snake sings, Rocha?
Trust in me.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
Just in me. Hold still, please. It had Sterling Holloway as Ka, and it had Phil Harris as Baloo. I think you should watch it.
10 people got that.
If you got like the 10, you know what? If you're talking like the 2000 live action Peter Pan, I don't think it was like officially Disney, but like that Peter Pan, I saw that before I saw the animated Peter Pan. So that's
I saw Pete's Dragon before the original. The Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Redford Pete's Dragon.
That's a good one.
Great.
And I have no. So I'm glad you brought that up, RB3, because I totally forgot. Because people forget about Pete's Dragon. I love that movie so much. It was so good.
Very good movie.
But you did see the original?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
Right.
You should. It's one of Brett's favorites.
It's one of my favorites. Just go check it out.
Oh, I do know they opened the movie about eating the little kid.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They were horrible step parents or adopted parents.
Oh, by the way, I know maybe I'm alone in this and I'm sitting on an island by myself on this, but
Here we go.
I'm getting really, really tired. And this is not my show. This is Christian Harloff show. This is y'all shows, the SEN Live. But I'm not in the video, opening video. But I have an issue with all these studios and TV companies and whatever are coming out and they're trying to redeem all their villains. And it's a little frustrating for me because either pick a side and stop messing with the things I already know. What did you just bring up, Brett? Because it got me on this tip. What did you just say?
Oh, Pete's Dragon.
No, something else.
Bad adoption.
Yeah, Bad Steppers. I hear that they're developing something. Like we just got a Nurse Ratched
donated $20.
trailer the other day.
Hey guys, happy hump day. Buy one, rent one, and lose one. 80:S TV show Growing Pains, Family Ties, and Who's the Boss? And Rocha's right ship was named after Alyssa because either Gunnar or Pratt forget which had a crush on Alyssa.
I was joking, but I thought I could trick him.
I'm bad at these games, so I'm gonna.
Nice.
All right, what is it now?
Mark Rayner donated $20.
Thank you, Josh.
Did you guys see that Marty Jannetty essentially admitted to murder on his Facebook page?
Excuse me?
What are your thoughts?
All right, let's address the first one. We'll get to the second one.
Yeah, let's address the fun question before we just the murder. So buy one, rent one, lose one.
Okay.
Growing Pains, Family Ties, and Who's the Boss?
All right.
Buy one, rent one, lose. Okay.
I only watch Growing Pains, so I can't really say.
I would lose Growing Pains.
Yeah.
I would rent Who's the Boss, and I would buy Family Ties.
Yes, Queen. Yes. Yes. I agree. Deathfall. Yes, absolutely. I would totally do. I agree with her.
Death Drops. John.
Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry.
You ignorant slut.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island, Ben?
John, did you like just telling Ben he should leave? Because you could do that.
You could
do that.
Ridiculous. All right. What's the second one? Yeah, Marty. What about you? Did you watch those RB3? Did you watch any of those sitcoms growing up?
He said same as me.
On like TV Land?
Yeah.
Oh, same? Okay.
I like Family Ties a lot. I like Family Ties.
Okay.
And even though I didn't watch Who's the Boss, I do like Tony Danza and I do like all those people.
Alyssa Milano?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I rewatched recently the episodes with Tracy Pollan and Michael J. Fox a couple Saturdays ago. Just randomly, I was watching them. I was like, I remember that was such an integral moment in the 80s if you were around that time. What was the thing so Marty Jannetty. Marty Jannetty, apparently a former wrestler, WWF at the time, with Shawn Michaels. He's the one that got super kicked through the barbershop window. If you're a wrestling fan of any age and you know the history of 80s wrestling, that was a massive heel turn by Shawn Michaels, kicking his former partner in the face through a barbershop window. Marty Jannetty could never re-establish himself as a star, so jumped around for years and years and years. And apparently, yesterday on Facebook, he posted some crazy stuff. He used the derogatory word for a homosexual person, the F word, and then admitted to having essentially made a guy disappear back when he was using drugs when he was 16 because the guy wanted to assault him sexually and apparently had done it to other people. And he was saying how, do they go looking for people who disappear? Because I made a guy disappear, blah, blah, blah. So everyone's like, what the crap? who just like randomly admits that they murdered somebody on Facebook. And it's all because he was trying to tell his ex-girlfriend that she wasn't going to mess with him because he vowed after that day to let nobody mess with him ever in the history of his life. So very, very strange stuff.
Yeah, somebody get this man some help.
Meanwhile, Vince has totally assaulted him multiple times, figuratively. Anyway, all right, let's move on. What's the next thing?
Let me go scroll back down.
I'm gonna get some Diet Coke. I'll be right back. You guys can go.
Fancy.
What a transition. What a transition. He just got done telling us about the most horrible murder Facebook files. Well, I'm going to get Diet Coke. I'll be back.
Well, I'm still alive. Gotta get a Diet Coke.
That just reminded me of Christmas Vacation. Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
It would be great if we're still laughing about this when he came back.
And so specific.
Okay,
Now, I'm gonna go get a drink.
John Rocha's new catchphrase. And your winner. I'm gonna get a Diet Coke.
Oh, man.
We're still chocolate.
What'd you say?
We haven't covered a lick
We
of
haven't
news.
moved on.
since-
I need a Diet Coke.
I find that I need one
man.
now. An 11 o'clock Diet Coke every day.
Let me show you how this was. So my aunt and uncle have COVID, so they got diagnosed with COVID. Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna go take a piss.
No. Then that's not even it, because taking a piss is like a necessary thing that you can't help. Like, bro, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
You said it. It is a necessary thing that I can't help right now, man.
Right. All right, I got it. Yeah, my aunt and uncle, they got diagnosed with COVID. I gotta get a bag of Skittles. Oh my God. I gotta get a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
okay.
And Walentowski, man, he's addicted to these things. Go ahead. Yeah.
Jordan McIntyre. Hey guys, what movie location that you would like to visit? For me, I would love to do Lord of the Rings hikes in New Zealand, as it is only a short plane right here from Australia.
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
That's kind of my go-to as
That's
well. I
mine
want to
also.
do the hike to Mordor.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that they don't have COVID anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Now I really want to do it.
Are you going to take 9 unnecessary hours to do it, or are you going to... Yeah, that's a shot!
It's such a, like, you're so far on an island by yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you're really-
That's why, like, I just go get another Diet Coke.
You know what? Why don't you go back to your home? Never mind.
Smelly pirate hooker.
I'm gonna punch you in your baby maker. I would like to go to Monument Valley. That's where they shoot a lot of those classic westerns. I would love to drive over there in Wyoming and just kind of walk around that area and take some pictures and stuff like that. It would be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do that as a road
I
trip.
was gonna say you actually could do that. We're pretty close.
True. That's just fair. Not now. I can't go there now.
Yeah.
You know what? It might be. We just found out Grand Staircase is still open. Just have to, it's
Oh.
outside. Yeah. So that's part of what we're doing.
Is that the one over? Is that the one?
in
Yeah.
Utah? Nope.
Yeah, Utah.
It might sound stupid. Is it Utah? I might have to look it up.
I would love
You
to
mean
go to
Grant's
New York.
tomb?
I would love to go to New York where they do those Spider-Man pictures.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see where they filmed Star Trek, but Santa Clarita is like 45 minutes away. I just can't.
Yes, Santa
I
Clarita.
can't make it.
I fucking hate you. Lamar Jones. I guess Disney is just focusing on families with Mulan. For a family, $30 is okay, but for someone like me who lives alone, that price is pretty insane.
Yeah.
For $20, I'd check it out, but for $30, I'll just wait. Black Widow, on the other hand, I'll do it easily.
Yeah, it's all about preference. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But I bet, and we haven't covered this, but I bet Black Widow will be more. I'll put money on it.
Oh wow.
I'll put money. Black Widow comes out and it's 40. I put money on it.
We didn't even get to cover how happy we are that we don't have to stipulate what's going to happen with Mulan anymore. It's done.
Oh yeah, it's done. True.
Yeah,
True.
now we figure
Because
it
it's
out.
not Tenet. Like we're still like that's the great debate of this whole thing. Like
You got the
Well,
private.
Tenet-
And this whole
cold
thong.
things.
Now
Ten-
I know
this whole thong.
This
this
whole
whole
thong.
thing. I don't
What were
buy
you guys-
Blu-rays and stuff like that, you know. But I know how.
Oh, good
Kind of
for
a different-
you, Brett.
it's a
Good for
different-
you.
Good for you.
No, because
Oh.
I can't afford it. No, but how much are Blu-rays? You know, I know, and this is a film that's already been in theater that you're purchasing. How much do Blu-rays usually cost? I don't.
Anywhere from $24.99 to $19.99 usually.
Yeah,
Like
so
20,
you
20 to
like
30.
4K is usually $30.
Yeah, 4K is
so
30. You're right.
You'll pay $30. People will pay $30 to buy something that they've seen in the theater already
True,
to own
true.
it. You know, but they won't buy a stream. That seems a little odd to me. But I don't know.
Well, it's because you haven't seen it before. Like that's the difference. Like you
Oh,
buy a
it's the-
movie, you buy a movie you seen in theaters on Blu-ray because I love this movie so much. I want to own it for the rest of my life. Like
Jesus.
that's the kind of mindset. At least that's what I think of because I can't really afford Blu-rays like that. So when I buy a Blu-ray, it's always like a big thing of like this is
it's
something
like
I'm
at the
committed
Target
to.
$5 bin for me, baby.
Yeah. It's a big commitment to me. It's a big commitment to me. So I think a lot about like if I'm gonna buy this, like it's gonna be a big thing. So doing it for something I've never even seen, like what if I actually hate it and I already paid the $30? I'm gonna be so
fair.
mad. Be so mad.
So
How do you think
Pat-
all the people that are going to see Tenet and get COVID are going to feel if it sucks?
You guys, my psychiatrist is calling. I'll be right
Oh,
back.
Oh,
For real.
Oh, okay.
get her off the air.
The Diet Coke.
Get her Diet Coke. This is not what we covered in therapy. All right.
Touch Mike. Do you
Okay.
think Jedi shave their balls? I'm trying to imagine Yoda or Mace Windu propping up their legs and mowing their indoor forest, but I just don't see it.
Well, I was wondering if we were ever going to jump the shark, and I think we have. Oh, my God.
Well, Manscaped is our sponsor.
D-Train, 1 out of 2. So let me find the second one. There it is. There's one thing people are overlooking, and that's reviews. If Mulan opens to good reviews, then they might be all right. But if it opens to bad reviews, then most people are not going to pay for a movie they'll most likely not like and just wait 6 to 8 months to get it for free.
Yeah.
And it's going to bite them in the ass later. I'm hoping this movie is good, but with Disney releasing this on Disney Plus as an experiment for people to pay to see a movie at home tells me they have an average movie at best.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, that's why I think Artemis Fowl got released because they knew they didn't have a good movie. So dropping it this way, and look, the reviews that came out from that screening were mixed at best.
It's so crazy.
It wasn't overwhelmingly positive. So there were some strong defenders, but there were just as many
But look
people
at
who were tearing
Lion
it
King.
apart.
Look
Right.
at Lion King. Like, Lion King is not good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
no.
call it average. It's legitimately a not good movie.
Yeah.
But it still made over $1 billion.
Yes.
So all these Disney like remakes, like, you know, Jungle Book, I haven't seen Cinderella, so I don't
Yeah.
want to, like, there are some good ones, but they're not like these groundbreaking films because they are remakes. They are like just like, you know, plucking
Yeah.
at that nostalgia.
Yeah,
And
not
so-
just not groundbreaking, overwhelmingly terrible. Most of them are
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
And they've all, like, Aladdin and Lion King broke the box office. Like,
Yeah.
Dumbo still made at least its money back. It didn't do well, but it made its money back. But
Yeah.
so I mean, I do get what D-Train is saying, but like it's not like we're coming to expect anything like amazing from these Disney remakes. Mulan looked like the best one, though.
Yeah,
honestly.
it did. It did.
But I think I'm sorry, go ahead, Kay. I didn't
No,
mean-
no, you.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think the reason why those movies make so much money is because it is so much of like a 4-quadrant thing, right? You mean people who saw it, who originally saw it in theaters, and now they have kids and they bring their kids. So that's like that's like, you know, 3 tickets at like, you know, $20 a piece. That's like $80. So that's a lot of money being drawn in the box office. With this one $30 fee, it's just not going to be as much. And I think people are gonna lean on reviews a lot stronger for Mulan than probably previous Disney live action movies, because again, $30 is a bigger investment, and you know, for a much like the smaller subpar quality as compared to seeing it in theaters, you know. So
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so crazy. And I've seen even people like, oh, you know, $30 plus the Disney Plus subscription. It's like, you're not just getting Mulan with your Disney Plus subscription, like you're getting the rest of the catalog as well.
Yeah.
And I will find like a little bit of hypocrisy in reviews if they're saying like, oh, it's $30 to rent it home. Don't, like, you know, save your money. It's like, you've probably reviewed plenty of average films that you've recommended, like on the back end, like, you know what, it's worth going to see in theaters. Go see this, like, even if it's not the best film, when it's $20 to see, like here in LA, like an AMC ticket is like $17.99, let alone if you go see it in IMAX or something like that. Yeah. Plus, you know, parking, any concessions you want. Like, so I think that'll be a little hypocritical if they bring in the VOD price of it.
Yeah.
My psychiatrist.
I'm just fucking with you, Kate.
Sorry, Kate.
No, what did no, not at all. No, I keep interrupting everybody else. No, my psychiatrist called. She just thought it was not cool that I tried to trick you guys about the Milano thing, so I'm supposed to apologize.
Good.
Like, she's like, why are you doing it again?
I like that she's keeping you honest.
Stop again, Arnold.
She's like, you didn't bring up Force Ghost, did you?
Yeah.
You didn't?
I was like, okay, but while I got you, how much would you like to see a Force Ghost? Especially if they end up being fat slobs on a spaceship.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dog with a bone, baby. Dog with a bone.
Can you call her back?
Was she here?
Tiny nipples.
Shaving of the balls? All right, there we go. Yeah.
Watching yesterday's show on my laptop with headphones on, I couldn't control my laughter. My family was so confused as to what the fuck I was crying laughing at. Took my headphones off, and they could still hear RB3's laugh. I tried to explain. I was totally gone.
What was so funny about yesterday?
Oh.
No, we don't. We'll tell you off air.
Oh, no. That was funny? I don't think that would be funny.
Exactly.
Oh.
Scott Gerard. We were so close to getting out of lockdown in Abergreen, but the second the pubs opened back up, everyone had to rush out and spread COVID around, and I'm so pissed. Also, just wanted to congratulate Rocha on an amazing match on Friday. Hi, Kate.
Thank you all.
Hi, Scott.
156 Impulse.
That's Scotland, guys.
So here's an interesting story. As you guys probably know, I work at a restaurant, and I was cleaning a table outside, and this kid literally asked, "Where's my fucking food?" And I was like, what? The parent didn't do a thing. If this was your kid, what would you do? Throw him in the street.
Yeah.
There's not a chance that would ever be my kid.
The kid said,
"Where the fuck is my food?"
Oh.
Yeah.
My kid would never.
What would I do as a parent? What would I do as a server? Are you kidding? It doesn't need to be my fucking kid for me to put him in his place.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Oh my god.
That kid is learning that behavior from those humans.
Yeah,
that is they're not instilling that you are kind to everyone, especially those who are acting in service to you.
Yeah.
That's not good. It's not good. No bueno.
Review and play 23. I don't care about watching Mulan, but I paid $40 for Tenet. Hint, hint, WB.
No way.
Yeah, would you guys pay this price for Tenet?
Please. No.
Yeah, I would.
Here's the thing. I will say I don't buy a movie if it's $14.99 and it's been out for a while. So I'm kind of out of this. Like my wife and I will go, "Oh, let's watch something." Oh, it's buy? Oh no. Let's watch Pride and Prejudice again.
Pop in the VHS, honey. Review and play. Ryan White. Rocha, I'm interested and excited about your new show, Impolite Truths with Dorina.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
That's
I'm
it?
wondering what kind of non-sleeping pills you're taking to do all these shows.
I don't know. It's like anything else. There's time for it. Look, I'm not. If I was full time at Collider and doing all these shows, then I would understand back then. But I have time to put these shows up, and there's time to do research, and I carve out time. It helps that I have a very understanding girlfriend who does not need me to be around her all the time. So we keep our space. We could be in the same room for hours and not say a word or say an occasional word or share a kiss, and we're still cool doing our own thing. So I'm very lucky in that way. And you make time for it. Like tomorrow, Thursday, is all day prepping for the show because I've moved things around in my schedule to make things work. So, but thank you. I hope it's good.
I honestly think that would be.
Is that another one of your shows? Is prepping for the show?
It's called
Prepping with John Rocha.
Christian asked me to do that. Like I'm all stressed out on Friday for the match, and Chris like, you know what you should do? You should do a bunch of Instagram stories about getting ready for the match. I'm like, are you insane? Are you effing insane? No one wants to see me go, I don't know, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? I don't know. And, quizzing myself on questions. It would get ridiculous.
What I will say,
Not
though.
for free. That's a Patreon tier right there.
That's a Patreon tier. What I will say, though, salute to my man JaVale McGee on the Lakers. He's been vlogging like on YouTube.
They're pretty funny
in the bubble, and they're really great. They're really great vlogs. They're really really
yeah.
nice.
Whoever's editing them is doing a really really good job.
Yeah.
Like because I have watched. I do like those. I'm not a big JaVale fan. He's a big goofball.
Yeah, he's a good.
But whoever's editing those is doing a really really good job.
I'll never forgive him for the Wizards. He was so terrible. He was such an absolute idiot on the Wizards. But yeah, he won a title with the Warriors, and he might win a title this year. Although, don't sleep on them Raptors, RB. Do not sleep on them Raptors.
Raptors are looking good.
But man, Clippers lost. Bucks lost. Like the favorites are not doing well.
The
I was
Nets.
gonna say the Raptors are definitely the ones that are gonna have the least COVID. They're gonna win that for sure.
Oh yeah,
Coming out of Canada.
Yeah. They're doing a lot better over there.
Oh my God.
Jake Iacovetta. The W taking over Call to Action for Schmobates tonight with Adam Witt co-hosting while Eric Zipper battles Robert Parker.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Kaiser's goofy ass shows up randomly. Wow. I would not be. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Christian Alante, $30 is a reasonable price point based on the product production budget. Up to the consumer if they want to see it or not. It is half the price of the cost of a family of 4, and a single person can split the price with roommate or friend sitting 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
I don't know about inviting friends over.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. I was thinking nobody has stepped a foot in my house other than the people that live here since March 12th. Mm-hmm. And if you saw my house, you would know that we had never expected company because it is a true and proper disaster. No one should step their foot in this house.
I think the only one was like she didn't even come inside. Like Sabrina dropped off her cat before she went home for Chicago, and that was it. You didn't even like.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
Nope.
Good, because it's dropping off a cat. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. Go call your psychologist.
Psychiatrist. Very big, important difference.
That's very true. They can write you meds.
Oh yeah, that's the good kind of therapy.
Water. Oh, God, fucking names. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna
Read
call
it.
Water. No. Think this is a really bad idea for Disney. Mulan could have easily been a $1 billion movie, especially in the Asian market, and they should just wait. No reason to release the movie now since it's not part of a universe. Feel bad for the film crew also.
Look, no offense to all of you who are watching, right? But none of you work in this studio. None of you know the inner machinations.
$25.
Thank you, last
Hey
semester.
gang. What movie would you want to watch on your deathbed? Rocha, I loved listening to the Top Gun episode of the Cine Files.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciated how giddy you were. Made me want to rewatch the sequel trailers. #Animal Night, #Pile of Human.
I'm surprised you guys haven't done Transformers yet, because that first one is over 10 years old. So
You know what? You know what else is over 10 years old? You little shit. Top Gun, probably. I think that'd be a good deathbed movie for me to watch. Absolutely, I love that movie.
Either Fantastic Mr. Fox or About Time.
Ooh, dude, why would you want to depress yourself?
I was gonna say that's a tough. Yeah.
About time? That's literally about trying to avoid. All right. Anyway. All right.
Yeah. I would have to go for something like happy and upbeat. So maybe like I don't know, The Hangover or something. I don't know.
Maybe Ghost, because then I'd be like, maybe I'm coming back.
Force Ghost or Ghost? Like which one do you want?
Force Ghost.
Someone should do a Force Ghost cut parody for Kate. For God's sakes.
I can see that. I can see that.
Alec Guinness. I almost said Alec McGinnis. I had to catch myself. Alec Guinness behind Anakin, like doing the pottery.
That's perfect. Ditto Jedi. Ditto.
Almost said that. That's so funny.
I feel like Tenet is going to be a lot of people's deathbed. Terrible. But John, I think I know what you were going to say. If you want to finish your thought about people not knowing about people, because this person's thinking that the crew got paid more the more the film made.
Yeah, the crew got paid. They're already getting paid. They got paid. They're not going to get residuals. Yeah. The only people who get residuals are the actors, and not all of them. And the only people, and maybe the director, depending on what deal they cut. But, you know, Disney's doing this. This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You know, you sitting at home, you don't know the inner machinations of what they're trying to do or their financial reports or who's in trouble, who's not in trouble, if they got layoffs coming. So they're making these moves to try to save their company or try to, keep their company profitable. This is one of those moves. So they must have thought it was a smart move. And you may disagree with it. It's just that, you can't call them stupid.
I
wonder.
No offense to you.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the crew on the level that their movie that they spent all this time and hard work on won't get seen on the big screen. That's why I feel bad. Like all the intricate level of production design, all the intricate costumes and makeup that was meant to be seen on an IMAX 3D screen won't get to be seen that way. That's why I feel bad. That's why
I think it's not going to be seen on a big screen this year. I think that we might see a total resurgence in the coming years.
1,000%.
Of putting these movies that we couldn't see, bringing them back to theaters. And I don't know if it's niche theaters that are going to do it or if it's going to be theaters big like AMC and Regal. But I think we're going to get to see Mulan on a big screen years down the road, maybe.
For sure. And you wonder, what happened with Trolls World Tour because, all the actors had like box office bonuses, like and stuff. You wonder if like, anybody from maybe not because I feel like Mulan are lesser known actors than Trolls World Tour, who's just like James Corden, Justin Timberlake, Anna Kendrick, like all these big names. But like that is definitely going to be a thing. That might be the reason why they don't do Black Widow is because like I'm sure ScarJo has some back end deal going on because this might be her last Marvel movie.
Working on the Whitney Houston movie. Go ahead.
She got to get into character, Brett. It takes a lot to method act.
I also wonder, we're all taking pay cuts in different ways. I also wonder, I mean, I'm not speaking from any sort of knowledge on this, but I do wonder, too, if you're somebody who is in a position where you would get a box office bonus, if you would just forego it during these strange times. Because, I don't know.
Liana got a 32 donated $20. What up, guys? Kate, glad you finished The Last Dance. People wear a mask. You ding-dongs. Also, I need some help. My girlfriend's birthday is next week. We have been together for 9 years. She is a huge Disney fan, but we cannot go to the parks. Help SOS.
Okay.
Ask her to marry you.
Yeah, that's A-of-all. Ask her to marry you. Propose to her
I bet you he was waiting to do it at the park, honestly. If she's a big Disney fan, I guarantee you he was going to do it in front of the castle.
I've heard that there is virtual, you could do like the park virtually, right? Is that a thing now?
I do not know.
I don't know.
I feel like there's a game they just released that lets you like, it's sort of like whatever. But I remember, or you can like, on YouTube, people have like filmed the rides. I remember one of the kids in my son's class. All of the kids turned 5 during quarantine, basically. And her dad, who's a police officer in Pasadena, like took the day off of work and like, and he's, by the way, he's the kind that like he deals with the homeless situation there, just in case anybody felt inflamed by that. But he like, I remember seeing videos of him putting her on his lap, and they were just watching videos, and he was like moving it so she would feel. So put your girlfriend on your lap.
Oh my God!
Buy her a VR set. That's what you get her for your birthday. You buy her a VR set, and you put those videos on, and you do Space Mountain and Splash Mountain.
Because you can do all the rides. Also, I feel like Disney. I feel like Disney has good. Disney has like good stuff on sale right now. There's like a. There's a Kate Spade Minnie Mouse line too that's on sale at Kate Spade. Yeah, so if she's a Minnie Mouse person.
So Kate said, "Put her on your lap, do all the rides."
Yeah, put her on your lap, do all the rides.
Do the rides. Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
It was a sweet birthday. I loved watching that.
Water's back. Really unfortunate is that pirating is also a big problem and will eat away at the potential profits as they release online. Hi, Brett.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, there'll be so many high quality pirates of this now. So many high quality.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Geek with the next two. Hey, Ben, since you are the resident expert on everything Twitch related, I was wondering if you could give me some pointers. I know absolutely nothing about Twitch, and I'm a little scared of dipping my toes in the Twitch waters. I started doing Let's Play on YouTube, but I think Twitch stream will help me take it to the next level. Oh, don't be afraid. Like Twitch, I love the Twitch community more than like YouTube streaming community by like a landslide, honestly. Just reach out to people unless you make your own borders and graphics and stuff like that. Reach out to someone to make good graphics and borders. Have good alerts for donations and follows and stuff like that. And honestly, just get to work. Like if you have a pretty substantial following on your Let's Play YouTube, then it should somewhat transfer over. John,
Fix.
give me
He's
the Lord of the
pretending.
Rings Trivial Pursuit.
Notices.
He is pretending.
I told you, and you turned it down. Make sure. Ken Knapsack helped Mark Riley. Like two old men helping
I
each
was
other
joking.
down the
Of course I'm gonna
street.
help you piece
All
of
right.
shit.
All right, thank you.
Again, John, he's probably going to be on my team next year if he'll. But also, you can make a decision about it if you needed to.
I want the video of Mark Riley, of Ken Knapsack helping Mark Riley on Twitch. I want the two old man video going. Well, how does this? What do you do here? Anyway, go ahead.
Rocha, I mean, come on, man. Do you really have time for another show? I mean, let's really think about this. Like,
Bro.
you have time to Twitch stream too? Like,
Bro, Twitch is just like hanging out with people and talking.
Right?
I got no
It's
problem
just
doing that.
chilling. I will say something about like Rocha with working so many of these shows. Like this show exhausts me every day. I've
Really?
worked
I don't know.
12 to 14-hour days of manual labor. 2 weeks in a row of just when we do the changeovers at the gallery, and wasn't as exhausted as I am to like be on and be so like having to talk this much. I do commend you on putting so much into it, and everybody else who has shows other than myself and Kate who have one occasionally on a Friday.
Every once in a while, for an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be
it's
careful.
an hour.
Don't pull a Ben Bateman and leave your stream on all night. That's facing your entire living room. Nothing happened, but that was. Oh man, I cannot believe that happened.
My wife makes me unplug this mic and camera every single time I'm finished. Like,
He said he totally
I
forgot.
have covers for both my cameras. I like unplug my mic and everything. Like, No,
He said he
thank you.
totally
The Last
forgot and used it for his
Cinemas Taylor
junk.
donated $20. I'm considering purchasing a few episodes of Yellowstone, A Little Drummer Girl, and Parade's End. Are the shows worth checking out? Thanks for your input. Hey,
Little
Brett.
Drummer Girl. Oh, sorry.
hello.
Little Drummer Girl is fantastic.
Molotov Shrimp Cocktail donated $20. Again, I normally only speak you when I'm berating Bateman's brows and how paltry they are, but happy birthday to Mama Outlaw. Love the crew. Topic.
Thank you.
What is the franchise that comes to mind when you think greatest science fiction ever? Also, hi Brett.
Hello.
There you go.
Torax donated $20.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Warning about Hello Toshi promo code SENLIVE. You will get that drunk person puking in your bathroom who will come out saying drinking fountain in your toilet is the best idea ever. Also, let's hear RBE's impression of Michael B. doing Luke Skywalker.
I could do that.
I like that one. What were the choices? Because Little Drummer Girl is really good. I think what's her face is in that. I think Florence Pugh. And Yellowstone, the first season is good, and then it veers into total soap opera crap in the second season and third season. And which is ironic because they try to promote themselves as like this real, like, kind of no nonsense manly show, and then you're like, oh, you left me, why didn't you hug me, you should have done, and it's like, oh, this is terrible. Anyway, what was the other choice of those shows?
Parade's End, is that the Benedict Cumberbatch Rebecca Hall one?
Which one?
Parade's End.
Yes.
Oh, it's a miniseries.
Yes.
So I'll suggest that because it's good and it ends. I love that.
That's my wife's description of sex. It's good, but it ends.
I was about to make the same joke.
That's a
Brett.
win right
I
there,
was
baby.
literally about to.
Get that W
I
every
swear
day.
to God, Brett, you and I, buddy. You and I. Burr, 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 burr.
Sorry, Kate. I'll let you get the next one, or I'll go. No, you go. No, you go.
No, you go.
Thank you for those Schmobox, people. We need those today.
Yeah.
We need more of those, please. If available. I know we've had some people, telling us we had some troubles streaming on certain YouTube platforms, so we have a lower viewership today. But if we could get some extra Schmobox in there before the end of the show, that'd be really greatly appreciated for sure.
Like we say, the reason we are able to come back every day, not just every week, every day, is through your donation. So please send in as many Schmobots as you can over the next 15 to 20 minutes as we come to the tail end of the show, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
There was another question somebody had asked us in one of those about best science fiction.
Best science fiction franchise.
Yeah.
First, I mean, if we're talking franchise, first thing I go to is, again, y'all are gonna hate it, but Alien. I love Alien.
Yeah.
When we talk about
I don't hate
franchise.
Let me see here.
I think I
don't
gotta
hate
go
that at
Star
all.
Trek.
You know what? I'm going to go with you on that one. I think Star Trek is the right choice.
Like I finally, studying for Inner Geekdom, I finally watched the TOS movies.
Oh yeah,
and they're better than I expected them to be. Even the fourth and fifth one, and then it's kind of hit or miss with the TNG movies, but you love the crew so much. And then same with like the JJ crew is my Star Trek crew. And I know like people don't like Into Darkness that much, but I love that trilogy so much. Like I love all three of those movies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I don't have.
Some people are saying Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Michael Red Dingus. Hey guys, can't watch the show today. Just showing some support. Keep up the amazing work. Appreciate that, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Scrolling up. Let me go over to Super Chats. What do we got today? Breed X, Big Booty Kate.
Hey.
Enough said.
Prince that wasn't promised.
said it
Schools
all.
in Georgia are Exhibit A of why schools shouldn't open. Hundreds of positive cases, including second graders.
Yep. Did you hear about that summer camp? Yeah, go ahead, Kate.
No, I was going to say, I have said this from the beginning. I've said nothing but incorrect things since the beginning, but this is one thing I stand by. I believe if this virus affected children the way it affects old people, it would have been dealt with so differently.
Oh, yeah.
Just would have. If it was going to be children dying, we would be taking this. And not to say that children haven't died, but I'm just saying like that it's. Thank God this is a virus that seems to, for the most part, be. I don't know. I don't want to say anything incorrect again. But it seems like it does seem like it can affect children negatively for sure. But we'd be over it already because we would have all adhered to the guidelines.
D-Train, this is for Rocha. For anybody who cares, you can chime in. But how about that Brooklyn Nets victory over the Bucks?
Yeah.
They did it without half their team.
They don't have half their team. It wasn't like half their team like was out with the flu or something. Like they don't have half their team who came into the bubble. They all stayed out of it. They don't want to play the rest of the season. And here's the backups to the backups showing up the Bucks, and one of them shoved Giannis to the ground. Giannis was like ready to jump up and get himself tossed out for some games. He was going to throw some punches, but he chilled out, and they lost. So if the Nets make a crazy, because they're in 7th, if they make a crazy ass run, you just never know. This playoffs is not going to go the way anybody is predicting. It's going to be insane and a lot of fun. The Spurs are a completely different team than they were the entire season going into the bubble. The way they're playing in the bubble, I've never seen a team play like this. I think Popovich, under Popovich,
win over the Phillies, the 76ers, man. We had
the
that
Sixers,
game, we blew it.
They're going out. The Sixers are going out in the first round, man. Yeah.
Can I ask a serious question? Do we think that The Last Dance will have affected the way NBA
100%. 100%.
Don't you
1,000%. LeBron is playing harder than he's ever played in his entire career. He's never played harder. He is so angry that The Last Dance came out. The entire 2020 has been dedicated completely to talking about Jordan. Well, they're used to talking about LeBron. LeBron loves being talked about. Jordan completely dominated, and that's why LeBron has been pushing so hard to get the NBA back, because he wants to win that championship. Look at this. If LeBron wins this year, he'll be 35, which is the same year that Michael Jordan won his 6th championship. He wants to go out after this year. He wants this to be his ride out into the sunset in LA, in Hollywood. That's what he wants. So he's more dedicated than ever. That's what I'm saying. Everybody else is playing like weak ball out here. This is basically like training camp for LeBron compared to the way he's gonna be tearing through people. So
this is like the Space Jam set.
Yeah, no, literally.
Basketball games.
They built a bubble at Warner Brothers for him to film Space Jam at. They talked about that in The Last Dance too.
Yep.
So, same thing.
I don't know if this is the hard. Like, he dragged those Cavs teams to the finals, and the fact that he won even one of those, like, I don't know. Like, I understand. Like, that's a good point of like that. He hasn't gotten the attention that he needs this year, but it's hard for me to say he didn't play. Even if they got 4-0'd, like, he dropped 50 that first finals game, and if it wasn't for J.R. Smith being on too much Hennessy, they would have won that game.
Yeah. I mean, J.R. Smith is playing for the Lakers now, so
he's playing for the Lakers now.
Yeah, she's gonna repeat herself. Hopefully not.
So's Deion Waiters, for God's sakes. It makes so sense.
AD's his best number 2 he's ever had. AD's his best number 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna disrespect Dwayne Wade like that?
In terms of he came with Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade was started towards the end of Dwayne Wade's peak. You know what I mean? Yeah, right now, Anthony Davis is approaching his peak / at his peak. I mean, you saw the other night he scored 44 points. He scored more than LeBron. Insane.
The Clippers said that, the Ringer said that in their article analyzing. They said the Clippers have prepared for LeBron, but their team is not constructed to stop Anthony Davis, and that's going to be a problem. I think
Paul George and Kawhi got locked up by LeBron one night, and then neither of them could guard Devin Booker the other night. It's like they need to work on winning games in front of them rather than worrying about the Lakers right now.
I think the Raptors, because they're playing like the Pistons did when the Pistons beat the Lakers in 2005. I think it was. I think that's that team. 2003. That's the team that no one is talking about, but I got a feeling they're going to shock everybody and be in those finals again.
They have something to prove that they can win without Kawhi. Like everyone put that whole series on Kawhi, and righteously so. Like he's a hell of a player.
Exactly.
But they are playing some great team ball out there.
You know what would be great is if Jordan shows up to all these finals with LeBron. If LeBron's in them, just wearing the opposite team's shirt. That would be the ultimate. Just strolling front row. You know.
Yeah. Follow-up question: do we think Jordan didn't let Juanita be in The Last Dance, or do we think Juanita didn't want to be in The Last Dance? That's a tough question.
I don't know. Here's what I'll say.
Really missed her perspective.
Here's my guess. Jordan and Juanita, when they divorced, Juanita signed a certain deal to take care of her kids so that her kids would be fine, and she's going to keep her mouth shut about what happened. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean like she's agreed to do that so that she can take care of her kids and the kids will be fine. And all those kids, his daughter came out and said, Juanita, I think people know what happened and she doesn't feel the need to revisit that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. So maybe she's, one of those moms like, look, yes, I could say all this crap about him, but the truth is I just want my kids to be happy and I'll take the hit and blah, blah, blah,
If you've ever wanted to look at a person that sounds like he's listening to the Peanuts parents talk, that was me that entire conversation. But I did wear an OG pair of the Jordan shoes when I was in junior high, so suck it! I guess.
Gemini Man, when is everyone's birthday and what is your star sign? Roxy and the Royal Girls are giving astrology a whirl in today's episode. Today at 6 p.m.
Yeah, First Cut Live is also at 6 p.m. too, by the way. First Cut Live tonight is at 6 p.m., by the way. Yes.
Oh, and sorry, RB3, I started a show at 6.
Taylor donated $20. Broke it in loving strong style, the watch alongs especially.
Thank you.
Your interviews are always superb. Being an OG fan since 2012, Gucci would have made a great sailor. Go Spurs, go. Hashtag there is no such thing as King James.
Ooh,
okay. Okay.
Yes, there was. Didn't you watch the History Channel?
Disrespectful.
I think there was a couple King James
twice pretty easily.
Well, if you guys didn't mess with the air conditioning in the arena that one night.
Really, because those other 4 20-point victories really made it
$20. Thanks a lot, Ben. This schmobot is for you. Also, since I forgot. Hey, Brett.
Hello.
Shalom, Kate. Paula Rocha. Drip RB3.
Drip.
Shalom.
I think it was supposed to be Ola, but it said Holla.
Yeah, no, Holla. I'll take Holla. I'm cool with Holla.
With the brothers.
With the brothers.
I've never said that. I want to be clear.
You absolutely did.
I've said brothers, not brothers.
Brothers.
What's that?
Hey, Marv, roll the tape.
Wasabi.
Yeah, roll it back.
By the way,
this right here, this is where Rocha really dives deep.
It's like John Ben. Boom, boom, right here. Boom is where he crosses the line. Right here. Boom. Speaking of cross the line, man, if you guys want to really go crazy, go watch Blurs in the Hood from yesterday. Me, Jay, and Winston. I mean, they took all three of us off the chain, and it was crazy, crazy good time for an hour with those three of us. We were dancing. It was nuts. Anyway, all right, yeah.
We're supposed to
answer. Wait, we're supposed to answer our birthdays.
Oh yeah.
Brett and I will
Sagittarius in December.
Okay.
Brett and I are March
3rd. Pisces.
No, we're March 3rd, and we're Pisces.
Yes.
Pisces.
Nice.
RB?
I'm June 17th from
RB3?
the Gemini. Gemini man.
Gemini man. October 23rd, I'm a Scorpio. Like you didn't know.
Ooh.
Like you didn't know.
We're sexually compatible, you and I.
I like it. I like it.
The look in Brett's
I like
eyes when he said that.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett.
I
Wakanda
just know-
forever, Brett. Wakanda
I know that
forever.
because my wife's a Scorpio and she used to do signs. But
We lost Kate.
There's some
Oh my
signs, all right.
God.
There's some signs.
That was wow.
Swing away, Merle.
right.
Speaking of
I
signs,
want
yeah,
that
go.
ass. I want that ass.
We got 5 minutes.
So bad.
Nicholas Zalesi. Hey guys, just got out of Navy boot camp and 1 week into
Ooh.
nuclear power school. Congrats.
Congrats.
Cleared
Congrats.
my signing bonus last week, so I can officially say for the first time I'm without debt and have a savings for my daughter. Keep up
Nice.
You keep up the great work,
Amazing.
Nick. That's
Nice.
amazing.
Congrats.
That's
you, Nick.
awesome.
yeah.
Make sure you buy Mulan for $30 now that you got that money. All right, let's go. Your daughter,
50
thank you.
Shades of Geek. Do any of you know if we're allowed to do reaction videos to the pay-per-view matches? Will they be available to watch on YouTube?
Yes.
Say that's the thing. They will be available, but you have to wait until they're available on YouTube. You can talk
Yeah.
spoilers and stuff, but reaction videos, you have to wait till they're available for the public.
Right.
Cinema Gorilla. I love you all. Thanks again for another day of genius hilariousness. Thank you, Cinema.
Thank you, Cinema.
Hitman Hudson. I despise the Lakers, but I love Alex Caruso. Same. The man is simply incredible, outstanding, truly deserving of the Bald Eagle moniker. I have no choice but to stan.
Wow.
He's great.
Review and play 23. What's a scene in a movie you thought the audience misunderstood? For example, both times I saw Endgame when Thor cuts down Thanos' head and says his line, people in my theater applauded, clapped and cheered. I agree with that. I thought that was supposed to be a somber and sad moment. Same. That moment, and Screen Junkies did an honest trailer of Starship Troopers. That entire movie was misunderstood when it came out. Like everyone thought it was like 90210 with war, but
Yeah.
all the sarcasm and satire went right over their heads.
I think I've always understood everything perfectly. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, nerds.
Yeah.
I never really understood the ending of Life of Pi. Like I get what happens literally. I just never understood like what was the purpose, like what was the whole meaning of it. So it took a lot of like searching to try and figure that out. You know.
I actually, it's funny, I make that joke, but I actually just had like a big debate with Dickie about Midsummer because we both perceived it
Samar.
very different.
Midsommar. Okay.
Sorry,
Samar.
Midsummer.
Different language.
Okay. Midsummer.
Bring me the
I,
moose. Yeah.
Dude,
bear.
Bring me to bear.
Oh, sorry, Kay. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it.
I was gonna say, talking about that. Me and my girlfriend had a huge argument about that show, Living with Yourself.
That's such a good show.
Living with Yourself, okay.
The last scene ends in a very like certain way because the whole show is about this terrible marriage, and the last scene ends with like a really like kind of shocking reveal, and then she absolutely hated it, and I was like, oh, I thought that was like good, that was interesting, but she hated it, and we just had a huge argument about like
The
our
last
understanding
cinema
of it.
sailor donated $25.
Thank you.
Great show today. Make sure you all subscribe to The Meaning of.
Thank you.
Nicholas Alessi, congrats and welcome to the family, brother. Hashtag first cut.
Thank you. Last
Wow.
cinema sailor.
Wow. Who's Nicholas Salesi? Who's that?
That was the guy that just got his Navy grant.
Oh, right on.
Nice.
Shout out, man. Thank you for your
Yeah.
service, Nick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I will say, like, also Fight Club. Frat guys all misunderstood Fight Club, and they all had posters are like, "Oh, this movie's badass," and like, "Yeah,
No,
Brad Pitt,
it's-
those abs, dude."
Guy, it's about toxic masculinity.
No, it isn't. No, man, like,
Say that to your face. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Bob and bitch tits, man, bro.
I definitely don't have gay thoughts about Brad Pitt. Get out of here.
Super oily, and I love him that way, bro. He works hard for his body, and he's showing it off. There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
Man, nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of which, John Cena, another one, good one.
RB3 said that so wistfully. Nothing wrong with that.
No wonder you argue with your girlfriend about that ending. All right, let's move on to
He's a toxic dude, man. Toxic.
Red Bunnies. Ben, I loved your cocktails and casting with Clark Wolf. Can I request a recast from all for Before Sunrise? I picked Donald Glover and Rosa Salazar. I pick Ana de Armas and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
I don't do these games. I told you.
Yeah.
I picked
That's what.
Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya.
Oh, that's a good combo. I could see those two getting into a philosophical
She can't
discussion.
be everything. RB3. She can't be everything.
She's too light-skinned for that.
Too light skinned for that part.
I've never seen those movies, so I can't opine.
Oh, you should. They're on HBO Max.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. You heard? All right.
Ace Money. Marriage isn't necessarily the end game for all relationships. Personally, I don't think that a piece of paper from the government is necessary to validate my love to my partner. Tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. Hi, Brett.
Well, that's
Hey.
fine too, Robert.
I agree.
Maybe still get her a Kate Spade Minnie Mouse wallet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you
Hey,
do.
Robert, you got a driver's license? Guess what? That's a paper from the government that says you can drive a car. What do you? Come on.
Robert,
all
you got a
this kind of
driver's license?
stuff.
Guess what?
Guess
That's a
what?
paper from the government.
You know
Tell
what's
me
this
to
paper?
drive.
You get a paycheck? That's paper that sends
Yeah.
you somebody.
Welcome to Slam Poetry with John Rocha.
Ruckel was there when they invented marriage, so he has.
I was there when they invented paper, RB3.
Also, that's why Roka's married to. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Look.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't because they didn't want to sign no paper.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we're coming up on 2 years on
Tavishka
August
per-
11th, so we'll see.
Savishka repercussions. I'm a patron. I'm already anxious enough that my empathetic ass does not need to see a stressed out Rocha. Also, machinations. Someone is studying for a spelling bee. Oh yeah, the C is silent. Rock Billy Madison. Hashtag rock. Hashtag Billy Madison.
All right.
Oh.
Ryan White. Rocha, sorry for the short Streamlab earlier. I was hoping you would plug the show more. So how about this? Hey, SEN viewers, do you like talking politics? Do you like it when Rocha rants? How has Dorina put a spell on you just like me? Then watch Impolite Truths.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, just to be clear, it's our show that we want to put into the sphere that's a politics show to inform and entertain. This is not going to be an hour of us going F Trump. This is more a matter of like what's really happening out there and taking the pulse from all the sides. And if people disagree with us, people are conservative or hardcore MAGA supporters or hardcore Trump people, we want to encourage them to come on the show, to talk to us live, to have conversations. That's what the point of the show is, to educate, illuminate, and have conversations about things so that everyone understands each other. We're taking a chance. We might set the channel on fire, but we wanted to see if we could do this. So we're trying it.
I'm
It's
stoked.
gonna be a lot of diet. It's gonna be
And
a
shout out to Brian.
lot of Diet Coke breaks in that.
I'm stoked. That
Shout out to
Uh,
Brian
Charlotte
Ward for those
Attenborough.
great
Don't
lyrics.
sleep on Portland and Denver in the playoffs. Both teams have solid lineups that could take out the Lakers and Clippers in 7-game series. Luka for MVP right now. He is killing it. If I were to bet house money, though, I think it'll go to AD. I think it will, too.
But Melo
but I-
played
I-
great last night.
Melo did play good.
Melo played great.
Always happy to see Melo play good. Johnny 5 for life.
Are you guys
Hey, I
on a
know-
first name basis with Carmelo Anthony?
Yo, Melo.
Melo's my
I
brother.
I mean, in Melo, and Portland might not even make the playoffs. So
Yeah,
don't,
they're like in the eighth. They're like in the 9th right now.
Yeah,
and I think
they're only-
Spurs are 10th.
Yeah, they're game
Johnny
and a
5
half.
for life. Kate, I know you're a White Sox fan, but as a Cubs fan, I'm hoping for this season makes it to the playoffs because both teams are off to a great start, especially the Cubs being 9-2 with the best starting pitching ERA in baseball.
dude.
Kate.
Kate.
Listen. I just like the professional baseball team in Chicago. That's the one I like. So.
There is no baseball season very soon. No, none of this is going to matter. But all right, go ahead.
Welcome to Smooth Jazz Baseball Talk with John Rocha.
It's my new show.
That is it for the day, guys.
Oh, do I still gotta do that impression of Michael B. Jordan?
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes. All right.
Michael B. Jordan as Luke Skywalker.
Okay. all right.
Going to Tashi Station with some blue milk.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Name's Luke Skywalker. Hey, yo, auntie. Hey, yo, Darth Vader. Yo, what's up? I heard you was my father. Yo, I gotta go to Tashi Station, get those power converters.
Oh
Make
my
sure you give
God.
yourself a close up for this. Keep going. Give
What
yourself-
is happening?
I just would like to say,
That's all.
as hard as RB3 feels like they come for black celebrities, RB3 just came hard
Oh,
for
yeah.
black celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Kate. Clip outs.
I love Michael B. Jordan, man. I love Michael B. Jordan. Love him. Love him.
Can't look.
Yeah.
What is wrong with
Just say
you?
that
No,
if any
no.
of us did that impression that same way, gone.
Hey, yo, Luke. Hey.
What is up with your eyes?
You're giving him like a Cosby, almost a Bill Cosby-esque appeal. Bah.
See, if I want to really get, if I really wanted to, I'd just start flexing my muscles too a little bit, something. But you know, I'm just, it is what it is.
T'Challa, you're gonna lose.
The sniff, the intake of breaths are perfect.
Oh, this sniff was so good.
With Creed 2, he does it all through the whole damn movie. You're right. We're in so much trouble. He's going to come find us and kill us all. All right, well, there we go. Is that it? Are we done, Ben?
I think that
Yes,
is it.
that
Unless you
it.
need a Diet Coke.
I think we got one more
Yeah.
thing that just came out. I think we got
Did?
one more
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
My anus. Don't sleep on Kansas's ability to spread COVID. We may not have population density, but we do have complete disregard for both science and authority.
That's the way to end the show.
Shout out.
Motherfuckers!
Shout out to Kansas. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us for another awesome episode of SEN Live. Thank you for all your Streamlabs, your Super Chats, and especially your Schmobots. Those are the things that keep us all alive and keep us coming back to do this show. Thank you to Brett Sheridan. Thank you to Kate Mulligan. Thank you to Ben Goddard. Thank you to the man RB3 and his incredible Michael B. Jordan impression. We hope we entertained you and lifted up your spirits and got you going on whatever you got to do next. We love you. Come join us. Don't forget the $10 tier on the Schmodown Patreon. So many great matches coming up. Chandru versus Smet. You can't miss that. The Pride versus Final Exam. You can't miss that. You got me and Dan taking on Corruption later. So much happening this month. Go subscribe to all of that. Get involved with that. And then come back tomorrow for another brand new episode of SCN Live at 9 a.m. PT. Take care. Until then, peace.